And welcome back, y'all. You know this guy. Hey, you remember him from Tri-City Vintage Flea Market Volume 4, right? If you don't, I'm about to remind you. The man killed it. He's got a bunch of music, bunch of stuff to talk about today. About to talk about a little bit about mental health. About to talk about a little bit about, who he is as a person aside from the music. So tap in, stay tuned. Make sure you dive into his music. Go subscribe to his channel. Go support. Go follow him on the gram. And get ready for more music, because Problem Child is about to be a problem in this industry. I definitely see that shit. I definitely love the passion that you brought to your performance, for sure.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, welcome to the motherfucking show, man. Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Feeling Good Podcast, episode 120. Podcast your brain wants, man. Like I said, I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Saginaw, so I've always been here pretty much since I was very young. I moved here when I was like 5. I've been in Saginaw pretty much my whole life, and it's a great city. I love it. I got so much respect for all the people there, and it's really helped me grow as an artist.
So much fucking talent,
yeah.
Let alone Saginaw alone. Is there any artists that you're like really want to work with?
Even though he doesn't really do too much music, I've always wanted to work with Prozac. I hit him up, and he's been wanting to.
He's out of Saginaw?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know who he is.
He's out of Saginaw. He was signed to He was signed to Tech 9 for a little bit, and he's kind of older. His height was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But he makes a lot of like the lyrical stuff too, so it's not necessarily modern music, but he took a little bit of a break. He's the guy that runs the Haunted Saginaw movies as well.
No, you're plugging me in right now.
Yeah, no, you gotta check him out. It's Prozac.
Prozac, hey, shout out Prozac.
Prozac with a K.
This man knows more about you than I do, so hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That like you're familiar with the the local scene.
Yeah, too, he's definitely a legend in the area. So yeah.
Yeah, so like definitely me not knowing that's a bad look on me. I got to make sure I'm tapped in, because like I said, this is we try to make sure we always try to show support to all the local artists on this
right.
on
Yeah.
FGP. And yeah, I think it's important, because there's so many. I say that shit again. So many artists that are like, they're so fire.
Yeah.
And they don't get the recognition they deserve, because they're in that small, I wouldn't say a bubble, because I feel like this bitch is just about
kind
to
of
burst.
a niche.
Yeah, it's literally like Detroit is right here. You got Flint right here, and then Saginaw, Bay City, and all them like kind of the 989. We're like kind of like weeds poking through mulch.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
say right.
Most of the attention does go to a lot of like the Flint, Detroit artists.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you ever? So how many performances have you done before?
I've only done one. And
just the Tri-City?
Yeah, and I was very happy with it.
Yeah.
Could have done a bit better, because my first performance, it could definitely show. But overall, I was really happy for the opportunity, and I was grateful, and I'm looking to do as many as I can.
Oh, 100%. I definitely want to get your name out there more. That's why I said when I posted your video on TikTok, there was a lot of engagement. That a lot of people were like, man, like this dude, you could definitely tell the bones and the everything was, I guess the meat and potatoes were there. You were just still figuring out the sauce, figuring out the recipe and shit still.
Yeah.
But like I said, like, you brought a fire-ass presence, when you were on stage. So, like,
I appreciate it.
Just keep grinding at this shit, because it's only going to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
And, like, the sound that you're bringing is a vibey sound. I don't want to say, like, a click, because you're kind of like one of one. You kind of don't really have a click.
Yeah, no.
Is there like a team behind Problem Child? You kind of do
Not
it
really.
solo?
I'm pretty much just going solo right now.
Hell yeah.
But
the independent artist, man.
Yeah. That might change as things, progress. If I get a big feature, I might need one. But, like, for now, I'm just going as I can on my own. Because, honestly, the way I look at it is, no one's ever been there for me, really, in my life to support me as an artist. So why would I give that back? If I made it up this far on my own, why not?
Yeah. And maybe you'll see, like, along the way, there's a lot of people that they may be like-minded. You might. I don't know how to best explain it. There's like that analogy where if you put a shark inside of a fish tank,
yeah,
he's probably only going to be 2-3 feet long.
Right.
You throw that motherfucker in the ocean, it's probably going to be huge.
Yeah.
So it's like when you change that environment of what you're around, you meet new people, you meet motherfuckers. So like. Because, like, for me, I know, like, when I started doing, like, the business shit and, like, really trying to just, like, put the stamp on the shit for the city, there was, like, my team that I wanted for it.
Yeah.
And, like, when my team was resistant to, like, help, support, and, like, push me all the way, I had to go solo.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like, going solo, it kind of led me to follow, like, I'm meeting these people that are essentially part of the team. You know,
Yeah.
like McNash, Vark. You know, just like a handful, a plethora of artists that like they support what we do no matter what. So it's like, you know, I try to make sure that like every time somebody is doing some big shit, it's like a collective, like a family.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of big artists that you wouldn't meet, or good artists that you wouldn't meet if you were with somebody, because they kind of a lot of independent artists tend to avoid the bigger conglomerates, the people that have teams. There's kind of like that fuck the label mindset, and so they try to avoid that, so you wouldn't necessarily run into them on your own if you were signed with somebody or whatever. But
have you ever like reached out to a label, or you ever had to talk to a label?
I've had a few talks with labels. It was back when I was rapping. Fun fact, I used to rap before I did the singing stuff, and it was out in Tennessee. They wanted me to focus on underground music, kind of like Juggalo type stuff, and I was like, that wasn't really for me.
Like
so
some ICP shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't opposed to the idea, but I thought of it, and I'm like, where do I want my career to go? Where do I want my career to go? Yeah. And I didn't want my career to be stuck there. Right. Even though they had merch and they had a bunch of cool stuff they could offer me, it wasn't for me, so I had to decline that. But
is that something that, like, maybe even though that's not your lane, do you still try to implement that into your sound, or do you kind of just moved past that?
The horrorcore, I've kind of moved past that. I used to do it a bit.
What is it called? Horrorcore?
Horrorcore, yeah.
Horrorcore.
Like that genre.
Yeah.
Rap.
I never knew. I know, like, because there's one Bizzle. He reminds me, like, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
So he reminds me of like almost like ICP in a way.
Okay.
Because like the way like his song Big Dog, we can play like a little snippet of it. But it's like one of those songs where you're like, oh shit, he kind of gives off like ICP vibes.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I love fucking ICP. Like I don't love him till the fact that like I know every song, but
like
that's a motherfucking
no,
that's a great icon of music, for sure, especially in Michigan.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of love for them.
What other musical influences did you have growing up?
Okay, so when I was starting off rapping, I'd say the typical rap heads: Eminem, NF, Token.
Token? Who's Token?
You never? Oh man, we got to play some of his music at some point.
Yeah.
He is huge. He's a really he's big, kind of, but like at the same time, he's like one of the bigger artists, bigger rappers that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
He's got a substantial cult following, but at the same time, a lot of people haven't heard of him. He's from Massachusetts, but he's this very lyrically driven, technical rapper, and he's got a lot of great songs.
You fuck with like the, I don't know how to explain like the category of like an artist like Rod Wave is, but like an artist that literally can, like, in my sense, like they can bring you every feeling. So like they can bring you in your feelings, have you thinking about like some soft sad shit.
Like a very versatile artist.
Yeah, very versatile. And then like to me, like that is so hard to come across, where like somebody can put me in like all four fucking moves.
Exactly. It takes a lot of talent to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it really is just like really going through so much shit that like you really could just preach that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think for you those artists taught you growing up?
I think definitely taught me, one, a bit of perfectionism. It taught me how to make smoother flows, and honestly just the focus to lyricism. But a big part of why I kind of changed my style of music now to more singing stuff is, one, I changed what I was consuming, and what you consume has a huge impact on what you're putting out. I stopped and I thought, this music is really hate music. The lyrical, like rapidy rap type stuff, that's hate music. It teaches people to hate the mainstream modern music. It gets everybody stuck in their heads thinking, oh, if you don't have such and such number of syllables with all these rhymes, you're just a bad artist. Get on my face. And I started to become that while I was listening to it. So I started to hate on a lot of good artists. I went through a phase where I was like, I heard a Juice WRLD song, I was like, this is shit. But like, looking back, I can't even believe I said that. I'm appalled that said it, because he's obviously a very talented artist.
Right.
So it's a very closed-minded narrative and mindset and group of fans. So I started to think, I don't want to be a part of that. And so I started casually listening to more like mainstream and modern music. And now I'd say like I have a more open mindset to the point where I'm more open to other artists around me too. And a big thing I didn't want to have is like I didn't want to miss opportunities with good artists locally.
Yeah. Because
of that mindset where I was only looking for one type of music,
Right.
I think one of the best things you can have as a fan of music is just like an open-minded, mindset. Yeah. Where you're willing to listen to anything, at least once.
Yeah, I know the one song you played at, I think it was called Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were hype as fuck. We definitely what's the first song you want to play? I know I definitely want to hear Rain and let the people hear Rain. That shit's gonna be gas.
Yep. The first song I want to play is called Pain Part 2. It was one of the first beats I ever made. I made the beat for this, and this one is just kind of about a situation I had with my ex.
So before we play this, so how long have you been making beats?
I've been making beats probably about 6 months now, so it's really not been that long. But
is this something that like you want to do like full time?
Most definitely. My two options that I'm a senior in high school. I'm paddling back and forth.
Props, man.
Thanks.
It's like when I say like you are very ahead of your time. Like the fact that like you're managing a company.
Yeah.
As a high school, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You are literally doing the most that like there's like people in their 20s, 30s that can't handle this shit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like so definitely make sure you always know like that shit it always should be a chip on your shoulder. Like damn, I'm really working harder than a lot of motherfuckers right now.
Yeah.
And just
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a dope thing. It's a dope thing.
I've just always been really into music. I would say something. Oh yeah, so since I've been making it the last 6 months, I want to go into but the two kind of like main options I feel like I would want to go into when I graduate is either audio engineering or producing. Nothing says I can't do both. Shout out Spence Burns. Cut me up, Spence.
Spence.
Yeah, he's doing both, and something like that. But I really want to go into audio engineering too because I'm just in love with music and like the audio. I'm pretty good. Like I have a bit of a passion for mixing vocals. I'm not that great at it yet, but I'm getting there. So like something about just audio and the technical side of music kind of really interests me as much as the actual music itself does.
The fact that you're pretty like familiar with like one of the greats around here. In my opinion, like there's like Fresh Rich, there's Vark was pretty fire. We got Via the Great.
Yeah.
But like in my opinion, like I think Spencer, like just the experience that he provides is
definitely
it's real deal, like a fucking laboratory in there.
It
like,
is
the way he cooks shit up.
And he's just a great guy in general.
Yeah.
He's someone that you could easily be comfortable just having a full-on conversation with. There have been times I've only gone to a studio a few times because I'm on and off kind of recording at home and recording based on financials because I'm young. But there have been times that I've gone and I've had to like tell myself, okay, we're here to record. We're not here to chat with Spencer, even though he's a cool guy. Because like you can just get into some really good conversations with that man.
Oh,
he's
100%.
very, very good. But yeah, I definitely really appreciate him and all he's done for just local artists.
Yeah, I went the first time I ever went to Spencer's. Literally, I called him the scientist, and then after that, he actually utilized.
Yeah,
that tag.
yeah, I saw that.
So it's pretty cool to see the impact that like, whether it's just motivation, whether it's just inspiration, whether it's some type of sauce sprinkled. You know what I'm saying? I can just inspire and motivate people like that.
Yeah.
Man, that I seen he straight cooking lab fucking beakers, and that, in my mind that's what he was doing when he was just fucking. Taking the treble and just, I don't know, bro.
He just got very exact thing. He explained, like, when he's cut up my vocals, he's explained, settings I didn't even know existed, like, within reverb and everything. It's just, there's so many things that he knows about. He's a very knowledgeable person.
Facts.
Yeah.
He's got Bank Rose in Detroit.
Yeah.
And,
he just opened one up in Freeland.
Freeland, yeah. He's got his own spot in Freeland.
Been meaning to get out there.
It was, if you guys love the episode here, you guys can check him out on episode 92. He was on, we did a pull-up episode, went and checked him out, promoted some of the work that he's got going on. I know his album, My Woes, is actually out now, so go stream that one. But yeah, man, fucking play you said Pain Part 2.
Yes, absolutely.
About his ex, so y'all know what these exes can do to you if they're fucking toxic.
Been gone for a minute.
That's this shit.
I can turn it up on here.
But I'm back now. That's all I take. For real.
I do not own the rights to this music, but he does.
I can't believe some people. I was never one to be a player, but I hurt you and I'm feeling it now. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. When I didn't give the love I should to such a lady, and it's got me feeling so down. Yeah, I'm feeling so down, cause I never wanted to see you cry. I hate it when you tell me that you're fine, that's a lie, but I'm the reason why. Saying sorry with a rhyme, maybe I'm just wasting time. I never wanted to see you cry.
Yeah.
I hate it
saw
when
it so
you
young
tell
and
me
it's
that
looking
you're
back,
fine,
like,
that's a
it
lie,
wasn't that long
but
ago,
I'm
but I
the
make myself
reason
sound so
why.
young.
Saying sorry with
Yeah.
a rhyme, maybe
Let's
I'm just
fucking run it back
wasting
to when you
time.
first fucking said that shit. That was man, we gonna start this bitch from the top, man.
Yeah.
That shit was gas. Literally, like I said, man, you could feel the rawness. You could feel the real pain in that shit. And that's what I love about it, is like you say you might look at a different, like me as a listener, I'm like, I try to look at it like from the artist perspective
Yeah.
and from the listener perspective.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, a lot of times as a listener, you're like, oh fuck, at least you listen like that first 10 seconds, you're like, it's not what I expected. Next, but
Yeah.
as the artist, you're like, okay, let me see what he's talking about.
Right, yeah.
And that's what I love about that, is like, off rip, you could vibe to that bitch. You could feel your pain.
Yeah.
And that's like, not saying that we want to fucking enjoy your pain, but
No,
it's
but
something
you
that we
can,
can
it
relate
turns
to
into
on-
something good. It's
Yeah, you can feel that shit.
spinning the hay into gold, Rumpelstiltskin vibes.
100%, man. Where can they find this track at? It's not out
It's
yet?
on Spotify.
So it's on Spotify. Go run that shit up. Go check it out. We had to run this shit back, man. Pain, part 2.
Been gone for a minute, gone for a minute, gone for a minute. But I'm back now,
Water or anything?
Oh yeah,
I saw
it's
it
great.
this time for real. Can't believe some people how connected to get to me. I was never one to be a player, but I hurt you and I'm feeling it now. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. When I didn't give the love I should to such a lady, and it's got me feeling so down. Yeah, I'm feeling so down, cause I never wanted to see you cry. I hate it when you tell me that you're fine, that's a lie, but I'm the reason why. Saying sorry with a rhyme, maybe I'm just wasting time. I never wanted to see you cry. I hate it when you tell me that you're fine, that's a lie, but I'm the reason why. Saying sorry with a rhyme, maybe I'm just wasting time. I had you and I lost you, man, I blew it like some cash I earned. You did nothing wrong, but yet I gave to you a world of hurt. I wanna take it back, but it's too late, like do I ever learn? I'm picking up the pieces, left my heart right up inside this urn. I drown it all in girls so I can tell myself I'm okay. I'm not thinking right, so my response is just to go play them like some cards, put them in some bars, put them in my car, then I ditch them, no regard, acting hard. I never wanted to see you cry. I hate it when you tell me that you're fine, that's a lie, but I'm the reason why. Saying sorry with a rhyme, maybe I'm just wasting time. I never wanted to see you cry. I hate it when you tell me that you're fine, that's a lie, but I'm the reason why. Saying sorry with a rhyme, maybe I'm just wasting time.
Yeah, man, that shit was gas.
Thanks, bro.
That shit was gas. Make sure you go tap in, man. It's only on SoundCloud. When are you gonna put that shit on all platforms? That shit,
This one's on all platforms.
that one is?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you got a visual out there for it?
Not yet. I actually had, fun fact, I haven't done any music videos yet, but I'm trying to reach out to some people locally.
Man.
It's all about the connections. I'm trying to figure out.
Let me know. I know I'm trying to learn how to do like certain shit like that.
Yeah.
But I know there's a handful of people like Chainless. We've got Backpack Zach, Min Visuals.
Yeah.
Like I said, Fresh Rich with Trenches.
Okay.
Just a plethora of motherfuckers.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I've just been looking for finding those connections. So I definitely appreciate that. People.
Oh,
That'll help me out a lot.
There's a lot of. I think Chainless. I think he charged like $100, and it's like some of the sickest iPhones.
Does that include editing?
Yeah, everything.
Wow, that is really good. Yeah.
It's like $100, and it's like he makes the fucking shit. A couple scenes, couple fucking different.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire. He's doing big shit. I know Mitten Visuals. I'm not sure on the price. I want to say it's $200 to $300.
Okay.
And then Backpack Zach, he's got running gun specials at like $300 as well. But I know there's, like I said, a handful of just, so many different options. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want like that fucking that movie quality shit, or whether you want, that low quality movie quality shit on the budget end.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, and I think a lot of times, like, you want to have, both options.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You want to have that guy that, can fix your fucking sink. They can fix your sink when you normally need it. You also want to have that guy that's got his license for plumbing.
Right,
and
yeah.
he can fucking legally do a job, when you need a permit done.
Exactly.
Or some shit like that,
That's a good metaphor.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's one of those songs where I could definitely feel your pain, bro. I could definitely feel that shit. That shit was to me, like, I love all the bars, I love all the hardest punchlines, the fucking all that shit. But sometimes I really love when a motherfucker can showcase that he sings. You know, like, I think one of my favorites is PJ Washington.
Okay, yeah.
You know who he is?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, dude's fucking phenomenal. Like,
oh yeah.
That dude is like the real deal Holyfield, like, bite his fucking ear off. He's the one.
Yeah.
Like him, we got Mac Jovi, and I think we even got Spade, so two melons and Melon Made, so I think it would be dope as fuck to see, like, you reach out to, like, one of them or something, because I'm sure they would bless y'all with a fucking track.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just seeing, like, you're grinding, that you're fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And you're not just an artist that fucking started the other day, you actually got a pretty big following on social media.
Yeah. So, and the music stuff, it's on and off. Sometimes people will play some tracks a lot, and then they won't really, like, even though they're following your Instagram, that doesn't always equate to listens.
Yeah.
And that's something I've faced a lot lately, but I think the biggest thing is just, like, making sure, like, you heavily promote your songs, because there are some songs that I've gotten 15,000 on, and there aren't a ton of recurring listeners, but, like, it's all about, like, that first month when you're pushing and people are, like, seeing a brand new track. Even if they have no idea what it is, if they see a track with a big flashing new sticker above it, they're going to be inclined to go play it.
Right.
So it's about, like, there's a lot of psychology that goes into understanding the music and how to promote it and how people work. It's just, like, that's part of, like, I used to think about going into marketing because I wanted to learn how to promote my stuff better. Just that there are other options, though, but, like, I'm definitely, like, learning a lot of this. And one thing I'd like to say is that, though it's controversial, paid promotion, if you know what you're doing, can work. It's not about, like, bots.
Yeah.
As long as you're not using some bots where there's, like, a whole farm of phones, it helps you. Like, there have been times that had to use it, and it's not like I just woke up and there were 15,000 bot streams the next day. It's a gradual process. Sometimes you don't get as much as they say that you will. It varies, but it's that you can tell it's real, because, like, I'd ask some friends, I'm like, hey, have you guys heard this song? They're like, yeah, I saw, like, a little sticker for that, or my friend over here saw something for it. And so, like, the promotion is a serious thing, like, that they actually put out. It's not just, like, bot streaming. They're actually, like, advertising your song to people. So.
Facts. I talked about this the other day with an artist, was how do you feel about paying for a feature? So say you pay, Lil Bong.
Yeah.
Lil Bong, he's got some fire ass following, he's got a like a good ass thing, but he's charging you $300-$400 for a feature. Maybe even he's charging you $1,000 for a feature.
Yeah.
Right? You go ahead and you pay the $1,000, he does the feature, he don't promote the song. Are you upset? Are you going? How do you look at it as an artist going forward?
I'd say that it is kind of a gray area, because it's a lot of, like, pay to win type vibes. But my way of looking at it is, at least it's clean and they're doing it a legal way. Because if you go 20, 30 years back in the music industry, there was a lot of sketchy ass shit going on that was happening completely under the table. There was, paid radio things, boosting, like, inflating the streams, cashola, I believe is what it's called, or something like that, where it was like they were literally just paying the radios to play their music. So that was a lot of sketchy shit going on then. Now, at least if it's upfront, you can see that it's clean and legal. I don't think it's something to be hating on. If they're doing it legitimately, then I think whatever gets them streams, as long as it's legitimate and real people.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too.
Yeah.
Definitely breaking it down from the artist side. What's one thing you loved about growing up in, like, Saginaw?
One thing, I think...
You went to school. Where'd you go to school? Like, elementary school and shit.
I went to elementary at the charter elementary. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's just the Saginaw Elementary, and I went there for elementary for a bit, and kindergarten, and then I actually ended up going homeschooled for a little bit, because I would get like super bad social anxiety as a kid, so I would just be like freaking out and stuff.
Like being around a lot of people.
Yeah, being around a lot of people. My mom would see like me, and plus I got bullied, so I would come home and my mom would just see that I'm like spent, and this is like hurting my mind, and like my soul, and so she kind of like that's how she saw it, even though it might not have been that bad. So she decided to get me homeschooled for a bit, and then I started going back to regular school in my sophomore year of high school.
Holy shit, sophomore year, so that you took a long break then.
Yeah, it was from ages 7 to 14. So
fuck.
Yeah.
So like, for you, like, because we talk all the time about like bullying and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've called out like bullies that bullied me. Fucking Jamie Garza, you cocksucker. Raymond Wagner. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, wait. If we can do this, both Cole and Jace Ennis, these are dudes that jumped me my first year back in high school. They literally had 3 dudes jump me. If y'all are out there, fuck you. And if you come anywhere near me again, I know MMA now. So.
And it's just like, I don't know. I look at it like the deep roots of bullying. Like, you really got to be so unhappy with yourself.
Yeah.
To really just like. Just to seek that I'm my positive energy or my positive vibe. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And it bothers you so bad that I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. And it's just
like all about that like quote like top G energy that's going about nowadays. It's all about seeking that control as a male, and that's like toxic masculinity. Stuff that they talked about before. Is I think a lot of it really stems from that. Obviously, it's different in girls, but for a lot of male bullies, it's about them feeling sufficient as a human, as a man, because they're high schoolers. So, high schoolers, middle schools, whatever, they're always going to want to feel older. So if they feel like they're acting like men when they're really just boys, then that's going to give them like that boost. So they're going to be like, so I feel like that kind of like is what drives is this desire to seem like an adult, feel like an adult by having control.
Did you like when you were going to school? Did your mom you grew up with your mom and dad?
Yeah.
So like, did your mom and dad kind of like give you the the steps to like what happens if you get bullied, or was it kind of just like, hey,
not really,
like, the world isn't as, we don't want to kind of protect you from the ugliness of this fucking world?
I feel like growing up, I used to always be sheltered, which that kind of like my mom even admits, she'll be like, yeah, I pretty much sheltered you. So I never really was like aware of the concept of bullies. Really, I mean, I was 6 years old when it all started, anyways. But I wasn't really like too familiar with, this is what they do,
right.
This is like what you should do back. Like I could have, like, if you asked 6-year-old me what a bully is, I would have just said it was like the bad guy on some kids show.
Right.
Like I wasn't really familiar. So when it came about, I was like, what the hell is this and what do I do? And my parents didn't really see the need to explain to me because probably I was so young and generally outgoing, so they didn't think it would probably happen. I don't know, but
yeah, it definitely can happen. Like I know like just so many times where like it happens to so many different people, whether it's cyberbullying, whether it's physical bullying,
definitely.
Or whether it's just someone sees a predator, someone wants to be a predator and fucking seek on the prey when you're just in your mind, your own bubble.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget fucking this bully up, Tristan Bush in school. It was on the bus and he was just bullying my buddy Danny Miller.
Oh wow, yeah.
And it just got to the point where I'm like, man, like I might fuck with Danny, so
yeah.
I could consider like myself a little bit of a bully to Danny, even though I wouldn't like be.
Well, like it's in a friendly way.
Yeah, but it's like I kind of took it personal. I'm like, man, that's if anybody's gonna fucking fuck with Danny or bully Danny, it's gonna be me. Like, because like I'm not trying to fucking like get this dude to the point where he's sad or like he's pissed. It's just we're fucking with each other,
right?
And it just got to the point where like I blacked out and just fucking hit his head against the fucking window, and like it was just like one of those things. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm gonna get in really big trouble. I gotta get the fuck off this bus.
Oh yeah.
I just walked home.
That's smart. Lucky you didn't get caught. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
No,
like,
it was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely, because I know a lot of people feel this. Like if you see bullying. And as you see here, like it can happen as early as 6 years old. Like my daughter's 5, and like we teach her all the time, like, hey, you nicely tell somebody, you know, like quit doing it.
Yeah.
If not, like, hey, she knows how to choke somebody out. Like
That's
I'm talking about like MMA style.
Yeah.
Like, wrap this motherfucker up and like don't stop until he's sleeping.
That's a tough kid.
Yeah, and it's like my middle child, she's about to be 3. Like she's already fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like savage as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you don't want to like teach your kids to be savage. But at the same time,
they need to
this
know.
world is, you know, so fucking cold at times.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's not a lot of love out here where you expect it to come from.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like, you expect to go to school and just be fucking that, you know, in a environment where, like, everybody wants to learn, everybody wants to be cool, everybody wants to fucking, you know, hook up if you're in high school, you know, guys, girls, whatever the case may be.
But
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
really just the facade that's been put on by
Yeah.
TV.
You know, I remember fucking getting bullied about, like, the stupidest shit, you know, like, where I live, being in a trailer, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that for me was, like, it was like, damn, I gotta not tell nobody where I live, you know, like, cause of that shit. You know, just seeing shit, he's gonna talk shit and tell everybody that I live in a trailer. Now, a couple bitches don't want to fuck with me because, you know, I ain't got no fucking money. Or, you know, might not have no money, but...
Yeah,
you know,
I know what you're saying.
Oh, you can't, you know, come crash at my crib with, you know, my fucking hot tub in the back, you know?
Yeah.
I can't have no fucking parties hosted at my spot, you know?
And, like, yeah.
You know, so for me, that was always, like, the sensitive shit. I remember this dude, Mike, I won't put his last name on blast. Actually, yeah, well, Mike Lyons. That motherfucker always made it, you know, like, real. I wouldn't say he did it consistently, but he did it to enough where, like, he knew that shit bothered me.
Yeah.
And, like, he would be like, Jacob lives in a trailer. And I'd, like, you know, cover his fucking mouth, like, shut up, motherfucker. You know, like, yeah. And it was just like, damn, you know, like, I shouldn't even have to do this shit. You know, like, you should just, if I say that it bothers me, you should just fucking keep it on the hush.
Oftentimes you can know, like, you should just know that bothers you. Like, most people that live in trailer parks are already self-conscious about it. That's just a commonly well-known thing. So you should just think, okay, this is kind of a sensitive topic. I'm not going to be a dick about it. Like, you know.
And, like, you know, growing up, I feel like your mindset of, like, just everything changes. You know, like, me as an adult now, like, I look at it like, damn, you know, like, I was embarrassed over some shit that, like, I couldn't prevent. But people are so fucking ruthless that, like, you know, like, you'll get the most shit for having, you know, fucked up shoes. You'll get the most shit for wearing fucking dirty ass clothes. You'll get the most shit for stinking. You'll get the most shit for
me it was always
for having acne. Like, you'll get the most shit for fucking not being athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes from all avenues. You know, where I done seen people get bullied, and it's like, that's why I always say, like, speak the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Speak the fuck up. You know, like, do not stand for that shit. You know, bully these bullies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see fucking Jimmy bullying little Joey, but fucking Joey has fucking 3 or 4 fucking friends, hey, them 3 or 4 fucking friends need to stand the fuck up and you know, make sure this bullying don't keep happening.
Very true.
You know, because, like, once a bully gets fucking bullied, they don't want to do that shit again. They want to fucking, you know, they want to fit the fuck in. They want to be, you know, part of the clique.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, we gonna keep it moving, man. We got too much good vibes. Keep talking about these bullies. They don't even deserve this fucking much attention, man. But, yeah, fuck them.
For real.
Big fuck them. If I ever see that shit, hey, I've been waiting to fuck somebody up, see some bullying.
For real.
Like, I seen this video, man. It was hard for me to watch. That shit made me almost in tears. It was literally a little girl. She was getting bullied for like a whole year last year, and then the year came that she was getting bullied again. And the video that they was like only wanted to show that was like mainly out there was the dad pretty much came on the bus and was like, you know, like, you keep fucking bullying my fucking daughter, I'm gonna fuck this whole bitch up, you know, like, and it was just like, he was so hot, you know, like, he wanted to fuck the bus driver up for allowing that shit to happen, like, he wanted to fuck the kid's parents up for you know, because, like, he done told them multiple times, like, this shit's been happening, and, like, still it's not getting fixed. And it's like, you know, like, I feel the same way, like, if somebody was bullying my daughter, like, okay, like, we're gonna have a talk with this kid, and then we're gonna have a talk with the parents,
right?
And we're gonna have it all at the same fucking time. Like, this isn't gonna happen. And that's why I was like, man, you know, like, I remember my daughter preschool. She getting bullied by this fucking kid, Oliver. This Oliver kid keeps fucking pushing her and putting his hands on her and like hugging her aggressively and shit.
That's weird.
I'm Amelia. So I was like, punch him in his fucking throat. I said, you know, like, I don't give a fuck if the teacher gets in trouble. Like, if you get in trouble, like, you ain't gonna get in trouble with us.
Yeah.
You know, like, defend yourself and make sure that motherfucker don't even think twice about fucking with you.
You probably read this before, that thing where it was like a guy talking about his daughter who was getting bullied, and one day she got suspended and sent home for slapping him, and he was like, yeah, instead of being mad, I went out and we bought her ice cream. When she got sent home, you got the kid ice cream for defending themselves. You know, it was a very, very moving thing because, like, I totally agree with what you're saying. You know, you can't just let this shit happen. If it keeps going, you gotta fight fire with fire sometimes. You know?
Facts. I like growing up for me, like, it was so different. You know, like
Yeah.
if I got in trouble, I was grounded for, you know, X amount of days. You know, and then being in a trailer, like, you was literally telling me I'm grounded to my room, and like I had to literally, like, you know, just ask to go to the bathroom, ask to get food. You know, like I was in there like grounded.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, this shit sucks. So I'm like, I can't ever get in trouble like at school if fucking some shit pops off.
So this was like a motivator to kind of not want to do like as much fighting and stuff.
Oh yeah. It was like, damn, this shit sucks. You gotta be on like your Q's and P's. Like if I'm a fight, I gotta fight after school. I gotta fight somewhere away. Like, and then if it's like the heat of the moment, like boom, we hot right now. Like, shit. Can you wait until after school?
Yeah, like,
you know, like my mom is
take a
gonna
wait
ground me the way like this. You know, like some Kevin Hart situation. Like, see the way my check-ins and savings is set up. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah.
Yeah, so you have to explain that shit like, hey, I'm gonna get grounded if we fight here. You know,
Right.
If we do this shit outside of school, we can, you know, get people to record it. We can get, you know, this, and also, you know, we can get no fucking time out of school. We don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Boom. Sounds good.
That's why I feel like parents need to be more skeptical of the school system, because just because something they do, like you get suspended for something, doesn't mean it's inherently wrong. Like, I'm not saying everyone should be like, oh, fuck school, I'm keeping all my kids homeschooled. But always be skeptical of something with the government. You don't always have to like be like questioning it or denying it, but if you always be aware of just be aware of your surroundings. Don't just follow blindly because a government agency said so. You need to always kind of like think like, okay, does this actually make sense to me? You know, using logical thinking.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it. But
what was like the biggest lesson you learned from like being homeschooled versus like public school?
Probably when I got to school, my social skills improved a lot. It was a very rough first year. I was basically a social outcast, and that shaped the path for a lot more of my future in high school. That gave me a lot of the seeds planted, a lot of the pain and the seeds planted, the feeling of rejection to get into and to really commit to the music I was making. But the biggest change is, I learned a lot of social skills over time, because I used to just be fucking weird. And then, like...
Everyone's fucking weird, though. Like...
Well, it was even more. Like, I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't make good eye contact. Like, I was just a weird kid because of being homeschooled.
Socially awkward.
Yeah, very socially awkward.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like switching helped me kind of, like, observe. Because a lot of social interaction and knowing what to do is, like, observing your surroundings. You know, my buddy Thomas, shout out T-Dub, he said...
T-Dub!
He said, don't be what's happening, watch what's happening. And so
that's deep.
Yeah, that really, he didn't even mean to make like some inspirational
That's some fucking
quote,
deep shit though.
But like he really came out with that, and it was like, you're right. Like a lot of your interactions are going to be based off of what you take in, because that's just the norm. So if you want to seem normal, you have to follow the norm. How do you get the norm? You observe. You know. Yeah. I'm not saying
study it.
Yeah.
Study it and fucking, you know, try to get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that, man. I definitely feel it.
And I feel like it's not saying that you should always just be this basic person who stays to the norm, but in high school it's especially important.
It's a fucking jungle.
Yeah, you have, if you don't belong to like 5 groups in high school, if you don't belong to the cheerleaders, the football players, or the fucking all-star athletes and the nerds, like you don't have a group in high school. There are 4 or 5 main groups. Versus in the real world, there's something for everything. There's a subreddit for everything, you know?
Facts.
So you can be more yourself in the real world than in high school. If you want to survive, you kind of have to like go with.
Where do you go to school at?
Right now, I go to Hemlock. So
Hemlock?
it's I hated it. I moved to Hemlock a few years ago, and I don't like it. I prefer like Saginaw Township or like the actual Saginaw area better, because over here it's redneck USA. Everyone's got their like 6-wheel trucks and like fucking yelling racist slurs at black people. Like, I don't like to be around that, because it's just a fucking horrible thing. Right. So like, it's definitely been weird, but like that's, you know, just the school I go to right now. But yeah,
I definitely I wouldn't say like they were yelling like racial slurs, but I feel like Munger in like Bay City. It's almost like that. It's like real like country bumpkin fucking.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about the neighbors, but you can also drive your ATV in the
yard.
Yeah. You know, like, yeah, I definitely. There's so many people that like, they really strive to live like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to live in the country where nobody fucking is around.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't know, just like the off the grid lifestyle kind of thing.
which I don't get that personally, but like, yeah, like if you have the option to be in a city where everything's at your fingertips and it's all provided, and you have more options, like, why wouldn't you? But like, whatever. Some people just think that that's like the more pure way to live. I think it comes down to a religious thing.
I think too, like an artist like you is, you know, you probably wouldn't be as successful of an artist if you were off the grid, didn't really use any technology. Like,
right.
You know, the fast-paced lifestyle is probably more suitable towards you.
I know artists that are strictly country. And
really? Dude, you ever heard of fucking Waylon Hannell?
Nah.
Holy shit. That dude is a real deal.
Oh, yeah.
He's a country singer from around here.
I mean, like, these are, like, rappers and stuff that are just happen to be from the country, but they, like, are really about that lifestyle. And I'm not going to name drop, but I have someone who I've worked with previously on a song, and he's really scared to grow his career, I think. You know, he wanted to, like, I was like, okay, I got a performance lined up. It didn't end up going through, but it was going to be my first performance before this. And I was like, I want to bring you out for our song. And he's like, nah, man, this is not my role. I don't do performances. I'm like, you're saying no to the opportunity to expose your music to new people for free. Like, that just makes no sense. That's the way I look at it. Or like, I'll be like, dude, you wanna do like a collab with a bigger artist? He's like, no, I don't. Like, because they genuinely think that like popularity is based off of how big you are in your small town. They don't really look at the big picture, you know. And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I look at it too. Like, there's a lot of artists who are so fucking fire.
Yeah.
And have a shit support fan base, like, in their hometown.
Yeah.
You know, but like where they see like a majority of that support and listens from outside the city.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I think that shows like how great an artist is like when he can fucking reach, okay, if I'm out here on the corner trying to sell this ashtray every single day for fucking 5 years and 25 people buy one, or if I go out and fucking go to like a strip club or some, you know, some poppin' ass areas in like other areas, and I sell 25 in the first month, it's a little different. You know, like it's that outside support is real, you know. And I think a lot of people get addicted to that shit, you know, because it feels so good
doing business. Yeah.
You know, like, and if gas wasn't so goddamn expensive, I would be at every fucking event possible.
Yeah.
You know, like just grinding this shit and building it how we started out, but it's gotten to the point where like, you know, I'm able to have that effect, and I can build with people from my house, or you know, from the crib. You know, we can have an interview here, and you know, we can do everything from the editing to the fucking the visuals to the fucking all that shit, and then you know, throw that shit on all of our social medias. So it's like, what would be, you know, the reason that people are not fucking getting shit done? You know, and it's like, it's a testament to work ethic,
and both work ethic and fear. I think a fear of the unknown, you know, a lot of like fear of being a bigger artist, or, you know, being able to change and become better. Like, I think a lot of people that intimidates them because there's a lot of anxiety around it, which I understand. But like, if you're not afraid to become a big artist, then you will have more opportunities to go right. You know, that's just the way I look at it. But,
for sure.
Yeah.
I think good music is, you know, good music. I don't care if it's from, you know, a little town in Chattanooga, or it's, you know, if it's a little fucking, you know, little town in fucking, you know, Cairo, Michigan, or Saginaw, or wherever, you know. Like,
I mean, just look at Jack Harlow. Nobody would have expected someone coming from Kentucky to be good.
Dude, I was supposed to fucking see Jack Harlow at the Blind Pig before COVID happened.
Yeah.
It was for like $40 a meet and greet, right? So I was a meet and greet for $40.
That was like before he blew up, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And literally COVID happened, and fucking boom, he canceled the fucking shits. And literally, like, I'd say maybe like 4 months prior, we met YB and Corday.
Oh wow,
like Corday for $40. Me and my wife did a meet and greet. Little fucking Blind Pig, fucking in Ann Arbor, little ass venue, fucking insane, bro. Like the stage is probably the size of this table. Plus this.
Wow.
And it's like he literally performed. Maybe it's a little bit.
No, I get.
But it's to the point where like he's literally performing that shit right here, just fucking on a bar stool, just fucking the whole album, The Lost Boy. Just fucking. Oh yeah. It was legendary. You know.
I wonder if it's the same with like other areas like that are slightly bigger, like say like the Shelter in Detroit. I wonder if a lot of big artists that are on the come up kind of pop out there.
Oh yeah.
Because like it's gotten a lot of obviously recognition thanks to Eminem, but like, you know, just that it seems like it's one of those places that's like it's a really genuinely good venue, you know.
Yeah, you ever been to Melvindale?
No.
It's like a city. I don't know where it's at. It's near Detroit, but there's I literally seen 3 artists that I fuck with from Detroit that were
Wow.
gonna be on it, and like, I'm really trying to get these guys on like a Tri-City Vintage Flea Market
Yeah.
show. You know, to the point where like we can headline this shit, like, cause they're in Detroit with they fuck with Sueno. They're like
Yeah.
part of Sueno's camp, and well, I mean they're all individual artists, independent, but like they all like fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And like the 7764 is like the fucking team, and we're gonna call it like Volume 7.7764.
Yeah.
So like kind of pay homage to
Oh
him.
yeah, so connected. Yeah. That's cool.
So like I'm really hoping, like I want to put like fucking a picture of fucking them on there to fucking really help blow this shit up, and just
Yeah.
you know, kind of just continuously bring people in, you know, for like hip hop shows, and you know, also like, hey, keep fucking with these vendors, you know, keep shopping with the vendors, keep fucking supporting them.
I don't know. I feel like in my performance, I said that way too much because after every song, I was like, "Go to the vendors, go to the vendors."
That shit was real. That shit was real.
Yeah.
You know, like, even though like you might say it's too much, them vendors will hear that shit every time. You know, like, cause it's reminding them. It's reminding the customers, like, damn, you're right. There is tacos.
And the vendors are so important too, because not only do they help, you know,
bring an aesthetic.
they bring people in, but then they, like, by promoting, they promote it for you, and that's just, if you can get the vendors on board to sell their items, that you're like, you bring the name, they bring the promotion, their free promotion for you if you let them sell.
Sometimes.
I think. I
So
don't know.
there's
I don't run events, so.
There's a lot of artists and fucking vendors that don't promote. You know, like, say you have an event, they're not promoting it. You know, like, so it's like, it's really up to you as the event planner to really make sure like you're hitting this shit fucking on Craigslist. You're hitting this shit on the marketplace and all the groups. You're hitting this shit on the fucking streets. You're telling people word of mouth. You're handing out flyers. Like,
Right.
You're putting up road signs. Like, I'm learning the ins and outs of just like all the shit that like requires like the foot traffic to come in. You know, like Tri-City, like for 4.
Yeah.
You know, like having those fucking signs in the beginning of the fucking area. You know, like how we did. You know,
I remember for 3, I just went to McDonald's in Birch Run. I was coming back from the outlets, I was getting some shoes, and I just remember seeing it. I'm like, wait, where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, that's the Instagram concert that Spence told me about. So like, I remember seeing that, and like, it really helps because that's what put me onto you guys in the first place. I'm like, come on, I wonder if I can reach out, you know. And then that's what like kind of like connected the dots and put me in with you guys, knowing you guys existed, really.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. It's definitely a group that, like, you know, a brand that's grown fast as fuck. You know, like, I had this vision, and it kind of just was like a small little, you know, like, it was a big idea, but on paper it was just like a little Tri-City Vintage, like, drawing of the logo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I want to fucking make this shit happen. You know, and then going event to event and hall and, you know, space and stuff, and just getting fucking outrageous fucking prices, and then you have to, like, get other options and then other options, and it's like, damn. Do I want to pay $1,500 for this venue?
Right.
Do I want to pay $1,000? You know, like, can I pay fucking less? Or,
Right.
You know, and it's like, our fucking first one, we paid like $275 or some shit for the venue.
That's really not bad, no.
And we had to pay the DJ like $350. We had to pay fucking
Oh yeah.
just like certain shit, you know, and it got to the point where like everything was just so fucking good, so successful. Like we had the food trucks, everyone sold out. Everybody had food shit, they all sold out of food.
Wow.
So like it was just popping. I'm like, oh shit, you know, like I don't want to it was April. I'm like, damn, I don't want to fucking, you know, leave this bitch gone for long.
Right.
I want to fucking come back strong, because people are asking me, like, you doing this next year?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you know, like I don't want to just be one time for the whole year.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, it's April 10th. We just did our first one. We're going to come back June.
Yeah.
June, July, and August. Summer Showdown, you
That's
know?
awesome, yeah.
So, like, playing that shit, and I was like, man, I'm committed to this shit. And then after that, it was like, whoa, this was good, but how can I get it better?
Right.
You know, like, we had a fuck ton of people at 1, 2, and 3, and Volume 4 was a lot of people, but I think there was so much people that, like, they could have been there. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm like, damn. Could I have done it, you know, could it have been more successful if it wasn't, you know, so close together?
I think, I don't know, stop me if this isn't true, but like I feel like something that you probably deal with a lot is trying to see what is an attractive venue that's also cheap. You know, you could have like, we just had it at Stratford Beach. That's a pretty good venue because it's got a beach and it attracts people, but I know not all of them are like that. Some of them might just be, you know, rooms. They might just be like conference rooms or whatever.
Yeah.
Not conference rooms, but like, you know what I mean? Like, so is that something that you kind of have to deal with, is figuring out what's the most attractive venue for a certain price?
Yes and no. Like, I always look at, like, okay, where can I get the venue? Is it appeasable? Is the
Yeah.
parking available? Is there, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this somewhere that, like, I can easily find?
Yeah.
You know, like, or when I type it in the GPS, am I fucking, you know, calling
Right.
calling the guy to fucking get directions?
Right.
You know, because, like, if it's on a popping street and you got a ton of parking, they're probably going to charge a lot of money for fucking,
True,
you know?
yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, you take everything into consideration.
Yeah.
Like Volume 1, we paid, you know, under $300. Volume 2, I think the venue was free.
Okay.
You know, we just had to pay a donation to use,
Yeah.
like, his field. But we
Yeah.
had to pay, like, you know, $300 fucking for porta potties. We had to use, like,
So yeah.
you know, so, like,
Gotta
other
cut it.
other costs, other, you know,
Right.
stuff that I had to pay that, like, made it so it was essentially a normal event.
Yeah.
Normal venue,
Right.
you know? And then Volume 3, we had at Bay Valley.
Okay. Yeah.
That was, I think I paid $400, but it was normally $1,000.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and then Volume 4 was, you know, that shit was the cheapest of them all. I think I paid $40 for the
That's
whole.
really not bad. Yeah, it's just
for the
like
fa-
renting
for the pavilion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
and
cool.
Then, and then fucking, I just had to make sure that, like, we had power and we had
Yeah.
access to the basketball courts.
That's not that bad to, you know, when you think about how much money you're
Stupid
saving.
cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I got to get a little bit of promo because I do like the horse and pony rides.
Yeah.
So we'll bring those guys out for, like, the family. So say you have kids, you know.
Right.
Like, you're like, damn, you know, like, I'm performing, and then, you know, I kind of got to leave now. There ain't shit else for my family to do, you know, but
Right.
these artists. You know, and your kids might get bored, but if there's fucking shit for them to do, like face painting, you can get for
Oh, that was a
$5.
big one, yeah.
You can get fucking horse and pony rides. They can get jewelry from Ferry Junk Shop and Company. Like, just tons of different, you know, vibes where, like, okay, if you fuck with vintage clothes, you can go here.
Yeah.
You fuck with, you know, like, some sexual candles, you can fucking go here.
Yeah.
You know, like, you want some lingerie, this chick has it over here. You want
Right.
custom clothes, you know, like, just a little bit of everything.
Right. Yeah. No, that's definitely nice.
So, yeah.
I would have, after my performance, I would have probably gone to more vendors, but I literally remember I was like, oh shit, I have like $10 to my name. How did I get here? But like literally the day off, but next time it rolls around, I will be bringing a ton of cash and just be going to all the vendors because there's a lot of cool stuff.
Tons of cool stuff.
Even just the food, like
Yeah.
that's definitely a big reason too.
The food, the fucking, just like my boy Hugo, like he's actually the one who designed our logo
Okay,
for the Rocket Power inspiration.
I like that.
I don't know if you remember Rocket Power.
Not really, no.
It was like a show that it was like 20 years ago, but it was
Okay.
like that shit was fire.
Mhm.
Like, you watch that shit on YouTube, it shit's gas. Rocket Power, we did Volume 2. It was Toy Story inspired,
Yeah, I saw.
and then Volume 3 it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles inspired.
Oh, I didn't even catch that part.
Yeah, and then we had this one was Rocket Power.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna come. I want to do like maybe a Nickelodeon fucking vibe for
That would
Volume
be
4,
cool, yeah.
5, or some shit that's just like, you know, just popping.
Can't wait for the Cartoon Network one though.
That's just gonna be gas.
Oh yeah, Cartoon Network is the best. Love it. Kind of like soul food of TV for me.
Soul food of TV.
Yeah, because like you ever find yourself like returning to old shows that
Oh
you
yeah.
like, but then
Courage,
sometimes
Cowardly Dog.
sometimes it kind of kills them though, because like I remember
They hit
always
different back then.
yeah, like I always was like into Arthur, and I go back and I watch Arthur. I'm like, bro, what is Arthur doing? Like none of this makes sense.
His memes be savage as fuck.
Very, very.
Like where he's unzipping his shit, he's like, all right, just busted, now I'm about to dip, or you know, just like savage
Yeah,
like, moments
yeah.
where you're like, Arthur wasn't about that life.
No.
You know, like he wasn't like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's the next song you got for us?
Let me see. I want to show you something from back when I was rapping called "Pop Through" featuring Boyle Slaps.
Okay, is this that what you would consider like the ICP comparison era?
Not at all.
No.
Those ones are mostly deleted.
Oh shit! He said you won't ever hear those again.
Yeah, I have like an album that I released when I was like 13. No, I was like 14. And that one I was just like, you know what I haven't done? I haven't made an album. I didn't put any consideration into anything about it. I just recorded a fuck ton of songs and then put them together and dropped it. It was really uncoordinated, and so it turned out really poorly. But this is from recently. I basically made this like switch about 6 months ago. About the time I started producing, I was like, I want to venture into singing because this is more fun. But before that, I was doing a lot of rapping, and this is one of my last rap songs I made.
So when you talk about like, you know, you kind of didn't have, I guess, the organizational structure that you have now. Where do you see like your organization? You know, like when you curate songs for an album now. You know, where do you see the biggest difference, the change?
I'm not really like doing albums still. But I think organizing like the way it looks, like thinking, a big part is thinking about the song titles. You have to make it catch. Like even just it comes down to like what brackets you use for the features and stuff, because you want to make it pop. Like versus like just throwing whatever on there, you know, because it sounds good. You have to think like, if I'm a listener and I'm scrolling through this, which one's gonna stand out? Because I'm scrolling by songs, I just see letters going by. Which letters are gonna like stand out? Which like ways of like capitalizing and stuff. So you gotta think about it from all different angles, and that's something I've developed since then.
Hell yeah, seeing it from all angles.
Yeah.
Kind of like the listener and the fucking artist view.
Yeah. Also, I kind of wanted to get, like, a part of the reason I switched to is I wanted to get away from, like, diss tracks, because I was starting to get known for that. Because I would just make
diss
so
tracks?
many, I would make so many
just cutting up.
I would just make so many diss tracks from, like, against people that wronged me at my school and stuff, and, like, people like bullies and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
So
they didn't like hearing that shit.
No, they didn't, and it kind of made me even more of an outcast than I feel like I kind of was. So, but also I was just like, you know what, I don't really want to be known for this, because, like, I don't want to be known as the dick who just makes a bunch of, like, diss tracks. You know, I wanted to kind of like expand out and make stuff that's more relatable to people too, because you're not gonna.
In a sense, though, like from the outside looking in, knowing that like how you've been affected, you know, by that shit. That in a sense, like how you made those diss tracks is like it's like you talking to a counselor.
Yeah.
It's like you know those
definitely is.
You know those diss tracks are a way for you to fucking not let your fucking your attacker fucking get control, or not let him feel power. Like no bitch, like. You might have fucking beat me up, but you didn't fucking beat me up. You know, like, my spirit is still strong. Like,
right.
You had to get 3 people to fucking beat me up. You know, like, let me get 3 people now and fucking let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, you learn so much from certain situations. You know, it's just, yeah.
And, like, that was actually where most of my listens were coming from. Because I would break it down, like, why are all these diss tracks, like, taking off and stuff? And
people love that fucking drama.
They love the drama. So if it's at school, it's like, oh, did you hear this kid who nobody's heard of made a diss track against such and such? Oh my god, it's so awful. But like, they're gonna even if they think it's the worst thing they've ever heard, they're still gonna share it because they're gonna be about the drama. If you can get involved in the high school drama and promote your music at once, like why wouldn't I? I started to get addicted to that feeling, so I was just dissing people that looked at me the wrong way because I wanted to keep getting those stats just from making diss tracks.
Like your following, like I mentioned before, like you have a pretty large following. You know, like I'd say like there's people who have hundreds of shows who don't have the following that you have. You know,
right?
Like, where do you credit most of like your following from?
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it is just like random people from overseas that I don't know that hear my music and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that's still fans though.
So I'd say it's from all abroad. For like listens and stuff, I find most of my listens come from around Arizona. It's like in Arizona, different areas, mostly Phoenix though. So Phoenix, Arizona is a big city for me. So I think a lot of my followers are from there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Any big news that just happened?
Not really, no. I guess being a month clean off cocaine.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking that's fucking real, man.
Yeah.
How long were you addicted?
It wasn't too long. It was only a couple weeks before I was like, I need to change, cause.
Oh damn, you were loving it.
Yeah, cause I got into it. I tried it. My buddy gave it to me.
Good old booger sugar.
Yeah, and I was just like, what's this? Like, I've never tried it before, and I just do it, and then literally
savage, just dive right in. You were just.
Yeah, basically.
Did you have like friends that were like, hey, bro, like no?
No, cause I was actually before I did it, I was like super paranoid about it because I had heard so many bad things about it. I was like, dude, is this gonna get me addicted? Am I gonna die? Like, and I was just like grilling him, and he's like, nah, bro, you'll be fine. So I try it, and I was immediately addicted. Like 3 hours later, I was craving more. He had given me some more.
Fuck.
He had given me more to bring home because I kind of asked to bring more home, and so I could. And I just like it got to a really bad point where I was in my studio, which is just a closet in my room. You know, mind you, I'm still 17, and it was a mess, man. It looks like if you think about like Michael Jackson's room when he died. I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of like all the drugs. You walked into my studio at that point, there was cocaine, there was weed, there were like lighters everywhere, there was a cut up McDonald's straw and a card. Like it was just a disaster. Like you could tell I was using drugs, and I was like, I don't want to like be like this.
Yeah.
So I started just kind of like wean off of it. It got to the point where like I was addicted, but like I felt like it wasn't too far to turn back.
It's crazy though, in 2 weeks that happened.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Really did.
Yeah.
And so.
What's that?
I got one for each.
Fruit pizza. All right, we got a special food review to try.
Awesome.
Food review, but yeah, man, that's damn, that's. I appreciate you for sharing that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really mind because I just want to use this as like an opportunity to spread awareness about it, you know? Because like, I feel like most people are like, oh, you know, I know what this does to me. I would never try a hard drug. Like, I never did it, thankfully, but I was always feeling that way about heroin. I was like, what? Why would you stick something like it? Just made no sense. But still, you never know. I haven't done it yet, but like, if somebody got me into the wrong situation where I'm surrounded by people that are saying, yes, do this, then it's super easy to do it. So I might forget like the values I have. That was really what happened with cocaine. And yeah, it was really addictive. I was addicted to the feeling. I believe it's one of the most addictive drugs that are out.
Damn.
But
yes, that's like I said, I've never done it. I've always been a pussy. But you know,
don't.
It's just one of those drugs where like people have always asked me. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
There's nothing wrong with like leaving a party because everyone thinks you're a pussy if it means that you're holding your integrity and you're not trying stuff that you wouldn't normally.
Yeah, it's just always the not cool. Oh
Yeah.
shit, he's not down to fucking do a little coke.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. All right, man.
Let's check this out.
Yeah, these I don't know if these came from Wally World or sure.
Yeah, I think so. It's got a logo on the front.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah. Walmart did their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they made just a sugar cookie or my wife did the other shit, but either way, it's fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did. It just says sugar cookies on there. That's awesome. It's fire.
Good job, Jade. Dude, speaking of good job, we just fucking hit 20 million views on Pornhub. That shit's pretty dope.
Hell yeah. How did you get into that? Was it just a hustle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we have sex. Why not put a tripod up and
Right.
and make you know, instead of just having sex and fucking never fucking talking about it, now we can fucking hear some comments, let some strangers know.
Like, yeah, I've definitely like thought about paths and avenues like that because like I was introduced to that world accidentally at a pretty young age. Someone leaked one of my videos when I was 14, and
Oh fuck, you was making videos at that age?
yeah,
Fucking savage.
It was mostly just on-demand stuff, but then I ended up getting like 20,000 hits on like some random porn site, and some girls were hitting me up like, "Oh, I saw your video." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I looked
Hell
at
yeah,
some-
hit me up.
Yeah,
Did you have like a girlfriend at the time?
no,
Oh, so it was just like random boppy doppy?
yeah, basically
Nice.
that was a lot of my lifestyle then, but we don't get into that.
Hey, it's alright, he's a clean man now.
So anyways, then I thought like, okay, you know, this is introducing me to the world, and like now the way I look at it is like, why not? Like, it doesn't make you a bad person if you want to have that side hustle and you want to like, in some ways it's like really fun, like just the thought of it, because it's like not just like sex for the sake of sex. It's like as a topic, like it's like a mutual interest you have with people. You can like talk about it and stuff, and it kind of like makes it more fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild, bro. Like, we were making like $4,000 a month at one point.
That's really good.
Like, just off like, not even like doing nothing special, just like posting videos that like we would normally do. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, oh shit, we gotta fucking peg my ass and I gotta fucking let, you know, like 10 dudes fuck my wife to get like these views. Like, no,
Yeah.
fucking whatever we're normally doing is what they see, you know, like, so it's like, it's pretty dope to the point where like, I remember like, I didn't go on that bitch for like a year, and we literally would still get like $700-800 a month.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
know, just like
Must be
not
nice.
have to touch it, you know.
And like, yeah, because when it's that kind of thing, you can like, if your bases are covered as far as bills, and that's just free money to
Free money, yeah.
free to spend on whatever.
It's just like, oh shit, this is this money, this is that money,
Yeah.
this money bought. It literally paid for my bathroom upstairs, like this big like
Yeah.
renovation we
That's
did.
awesome.
Yeah, so shout out Pornhub. You can't even find these motherfuckers on like YouTube or Instagram anymore. They don't even have like a page.
No, because then the like Instagram is sensitive as fuck nowadays.
But you would think that like you'd be able to just like, okay, like I might not be able to showcase this cookie, but I can put a top on this cookie and
Right.
show you the cookie.
Right.
You know, so it's not like, you know, you're not showing like pussy and tits, but you're showing like bikinis or you're showing like that type of shit.
Even that, Instagram has become such a pussy nowadays. Like,
Oh, for sure.
They block everything.
I fucking literally had like just like pictures of weed and shit. I got like a weed page. And,
My
like,
buddy got his Snapchat taken down for posting a picture of coke.
oh damn.
He got permanently banned. Yeah.
I could understand it.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways,
you selling coke. You selling coke on Snap.
it's very true. Yeah.
It's fucking hella illegal. That shit's like word of mouth type shit. I feel like.
Yeah, it really
you know,
is.
Like, you don't ever see like, hey, I got coke for sale. You know, like that's just kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah.
There's like keywords or like, you know, like people are just like,
It's like, damn, this coffee could really use some sugar.
yeah,
Yeah, something like
and
that.
they're like, what? Hey, you need some? I got it. But it's just like you don't want to like, I don't know. I feel like it's just, because obviously like the serious and you know like the severity of it is way,
Yeah.
way more real.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like you can call it a gram of coke. You know, like that's way different than like going to the dispensary and getting like a gram of weed or
Yeah,
gram of wax. Like hey, like what's crazy though is like a gram of wax in other states is like a heroin charge.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So
the
it's
states where it's not legal, or
Yeah, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
it's just a fucking cartridge, or it's just a fucking gram of fucking wax that I'm gonna smoke.
Right.
Which is similar and equivalent to weed. You know, just a different fucking smoke. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, I think a lot of like the United States has to like get hip to like cannabis and
Right. Because I'm pretty sure it was passed as a federal law, but it probably passed it down to the states, and certain states are like,
certain states don't fuck with it.
yeah, no, it's really like not to like. This isn't in any way some sort of a stance, but a lot of the more conservative states view that way because just in general, like
The Bible Belt in North Carolina, South
Yeah.
Carolina, like Virginia, like
yeah,
there's a fuck ton of states in that area that like,
mm-hmm.
bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. So it's crazy, but I feel like when you think about it, like weed is the most harmless drug out there in comparison to other stuff that people could be doing. Like, if I were looking at it from the government's point of view, I'd be like, okay, would we rather have people coming into the hospital, like 9 million people coming into the hospital, for example, you know, because of heroin overdoses, or would we rather have people just stay in their houses and smoke some weed? Like, what's the difference, you know, there? Sure, there are still DUIs, but people, if you're dumb enough to, like, get yourself so inebriated and then you decide to drive, like, I feel like that's on you. That's going to happen no matter what, whether it's legal or not. So,
Right.
I mean,
You have that reckless authority to
Right.
shit. You know when you're not good.
but as far as, like, the sane people, it's like, I'm not going to say sane, but, like, the people that are more,
Consciously
like,
aware.
conscious, yeah, and they're aware of things, they're, like, that's the majority of people, so that those are most of the people that are going to be doing the legal weed. So it's like, okay, you got to think, like, okay, overall my state is pretty good. They're going to stay home. They're going to be smart about it, you know.
Yeah.
But it was even kind of tough to get pushed through in Michigan just because of the amount of, like, small towns and countries and stuff where people
Facts.
don't really support it.
I literally have like a fuck ton of buttons that says like vote yes for Proposition 2.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Like I literally got them from like this yard sale. This lady had like 1,000 of them, and she was like, "Free buttons." I said, "How much would you do for all of them?" She's like, "Give me $20." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah," you know.
That's
so
awesome,
like,
yeah.
got a bunch of buttons. I think I sold maybe like 5 or 10 of them, but like overall the buttons are just like
Yeah.
it's a cool aesthetic when we sell shit. And yeah, it's just what are you doing tonight? You doing any shows?
Nah.
You should come out to fucking Hamilton Street for the booze and bars.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I don't know 100% sure if my, you know, everything's available because my parents might have something they want me to do. Like, but I'll hit you up real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you in and say you're vending with me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love that.
Yeah. But there's yeah, especially like knowing that like you are looking to not only continue thriving as an artist,
Yeah.
but you want to, you know, keep building and thriving as a beat maker, and you know, like you said, kind of tap into that
Yeah.
engineering and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's dope. That's only gonna be, it's only gonna be more beneficial, and I think it's gonna be really really good for you as a person. You have that mindset. I feel like you want to help people win.
I do. Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna fucking, I think, do well.
Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
What's the next song we got?
Right up next, we got that one from when I was still rapping. It's called Pop Through.
Pot Through.
Yep. recorded this at Green Studio, best studio in the world. Check it out.
Shut up, I'm going to sleep.
Oh wait, I think it disconnected. Yeah, it did.
Should be good then. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go show some love. Like I said, Problem Child. It's Problem Child MI, right?
On Instagram.
Michigan Problem Child or
Yeah, Problem Child, the letters MI on Instagram.
Yeah.
On Spotify, you can just search up Problem Child and one of my names, like one of my song names.
How did you come up with the name Problem Child?
I am
You
a
was
problem
bad as
child.
fuck. You was bad as fuck.
Yeah, that, and then like I just started to, like, it actually came from like a point of pain where I had internalized a lot of the stuff I did. I'm like, damn, I'm really like a bad person. But I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna feel like this bad person, I'm gonna be proud of it. And I'm gonna be a badass. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna call myself the problem child because I am a problem child. It's like embracing the issues that you have.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of kids that are bad. I feel like kids in general are like born to be bad. Like,
Yeah.
You tell a kid no more than you tell a kid yes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I mean, sometimes it's like that, but like most of the time it's like, okay, like they're doing some dumb shit where they're fucking playing in the fucking thing, they're making a mess of the flower. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, they're doing mischief more than they're like
Right.
trying
yeah.
to like, oh shit, let me like clean the fucking floor.
I
up.
think
Let
it
me-
comes down to something I learned in therapy. Or it's like your brain isn't even fully developed to like 25. So until you're 25, you have like you get more as time goes on, but you don't have as much of this like conscience saying like, oh, don't do this. It's just like, okay, I'm just gonna bust through and do it, and then if I regret it later, then I regret it later.
Right.
So, but yeah, this is the song.
So
is
Pop Truth.
Pop through. Yep.
Pop Through. Go check it out. It's on everywhere, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go stream it everywhere on all platforms. Again, I do not own the rights to this music, but he does.
Not sure why it's not playing. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
Fucking flex. When I flow, no, my flow, bro, is so dope. A dose coke, you get one shot, I no scope. Eat both those risotto, then I use my nose like Pinocchio. Oh no, I'm in your mom's car with the snow cone. Ocho Cinco, running straight for the end zone. Never been afraid to go to places that no men go. In the land of mystery, I love like stalking sense. So if you bring my name up, you will only ever respect. Yo, I don't connect to people cause I think above their level. I'm the highlight of the city, like in Boston Scott with Bevel. I'm now into Big Fruity, so just say that shit for Pebble. Smoking joints where I want, like I'm a teenage rebel. Cause I got juice, any haters pop through. I can guarantee that in a fight of the rhymes I will not lose. Friend, you're gonna crash, so grab someone to spot you. You say music's your life, but your actions say it's not true. On to the next quote rapper as I roll up to their doorstep. Hammer to their window when I see him, I'm like, you're next. Boyo on the banger like the last
Shut up,
one.
Boyo
Hit my more
slaps,
legs.
he's coming
Crash
up.
into your room, and I'm sorry about that poor edge. Is you really with that shit? And is you really with that bitch? Nah. Like, is you really with that click? And do you really turn your phone off when you spit? And my bars cost like half of the beat. I feel like Hillary Duff, I got money on me. And that shit you be spitting, but you want me for free. That's like asking your plug if you can get free weed. I'm like, nah, bitch, quit playing. Asking if I got a house that you can stay in. I like, bitch, you gotta stop. Bitch, quit playing. You ain't really with the shit that you playing. You already know, like some shoes, I lace it up. Michael Mary, Buzzy J, Prouder Runners, fuck it up. I told you bitch, it's not enough. Had to turn that bitch to dust. Tryna get my ass for free, you must not know that I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, and using nothing, nobody. Beat your ass
He
like
raps
Balboa.
way
Yo,
longer than me on
Maki.
this.
You know I'm about to kick shit like it's karate. Waxing my car on and off like me, yeah. And you know my bar still hit when the beat's trash. I like
I just
anything, but I
expect this. I
won't
made like a
be ass.
minute.
Nah, man, I ain't ready with that shit. Nah, you can get flipped. Nah, I'ma punch your ass like you motherfucking crip, dog. I'ma throw 2 B's up, no blizzy. If you fuck with me, I got bands, no kiss. I don't bust, bitch, I bust semi. The only bitch I wanna fuck is fucking Demi.
Do a remix of this shit.
Definitely.
Maybe go back and forth.
Yeah,
That shit would be hard too.
that would. Fun fact about this, the beat was a lot more raw before I went into it. And I was working with Cut Me Up Spence. So it was originally, you know that bass where it goes dun 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 on this?
Yeah.
Like if you listen to the beat, that was by him, completely by Spencer Parker. He's a great dude. It was just super raw on its own, and then he just added this. And I'm like, that is amazing, and it really adds so much more sauce to this. I
Yeah.
think so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So what's the dude's name that's in that song with you?
Boyo slaps.
Boy O Slaps.
Yeah, like BOYO SLAPZ.
Z. Okay. Boy O Slaps. He's from Saginaw as well?
He's actually from St. Charles.
St. Charles, okay. So, like that area,
He's
the
in a
Hemlock
small
area.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But he's got a lot of love in his areas, too.
Boyo slaps. Yeah, that shit was lit. He has a good sound. He has a good voice.
Yeah.
You definitely could hear, like I said, like, you obviously think so, too, because you wouldn't have had him, you know?
Right.
But, yeah, he killed that shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever, like, when you ever, like, make a song, do you have, like, that mindset, like, okay, he's going to go first, I'm going to go first, or does it always matter?
It doesn't always matter. I have so many unreleased songs with, like, I've worked with artists a lot more than I've dropped. I think I have, like, 2 collabs out, but, like, I have so many collabs that I've worked on that I've just been, like, I kind of just walk away from because something distracts me and I find a new project. But when I look at it, I'm not like, okay, this is how it's going to go. I just kind of, like, throw on some vocals. Usually I try to, like, because if it's a beat, you can obviously put it anywhere because it's the same amount of speed the whole time. So I don't really think of it like that. No, I just kind of lay down some vocals that sound good and, you know, think a little bit loosely of structure, but not like a ton.
Do you hear the beat first, or do you already have, like, kind of bars written?
Usually I hear the beat first.
And then you write to it?
Yeah, because that's just so much easier to me.
Right.
Because, like, trying to, like, make something, like,
Trying to make it fit.
Yeah, say you write at, like, 118 BPM, and then you come across something that's, like, 105. Like, you're not going to want to squeeze it around. You want to write exactly the sound and flow of it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's smart.
But, especially, like, back when I was trying to write a lot of raps and I was making rap, one of the hardest things was, like, making the flow match the beat, you know? Like, I could have a really cool flow in my head, but then I try to put it on the beat, I'm like, after, like, a half hour trying to make it work, I'm just like, I need to keep moving with this. So, like, it's a lot easier when I'm singing because it's a slower flow overall, and that's, like, easier to wrap around a beat.
What do you think is if somebody asked to showcase your singing, what would you think is the one song that you'd show them?
Probably Pain Part 2.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I hit a lot higher notes than I usually do in that. And, like, I don't really have, like, I have, like, a really mid-range voice. Like, I'm not even that great of a singer. I try. But, like, I'm not, like, Y&W Melly where I can just, like, shock the whole world with my natural voice. You know, so I got, I think the very few times when I do kind of go out of my comfort zone and try to expand with different, you know, octaves and stuff, I really appreciate that, and I feel like I would showcase what I can do.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You definitely showed that shit in that song. Knowing, like, that's the song that you would pick, you know, like, and I already, you know, told you how I feel about that bitch is a banger.
Yeah.
You know, or as Apollo says it, hashtag certified banger.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
One of those like instant classics, man, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So.
Yeah. What is the biggest misconception about you as an artist or as a person?
I think it's probably. I think a lot of people assume that my music is gonna be like SoundCloud rap. It's basic, you know. It's a lot of people deal with this, but like. They're gonna assume it's gonna be like this SoundCloud rapper wannabe type thing. Even just me as a person, they assume that. They think like, oh, he's gonna walk in with like face tats and like a double cup just because I rap and I'm in high school. That's what a lot of people do. They think because that's what a lot of people do. Like I have a chain, but I don't try too hard to assimilate to the rapper lifestyle. I just do what looks good to me.
Right.
So, you know, but that's the biggest misconception is that I'm like a wannabe rapper or something. But like I really just make music.
Do you like? So almost in a sense, like you prefer people to call you a musician.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, like
I don't want to be cased into a box because there could be a
yeah,
sometime
you
in the
can do
future.
it all.
Yeah,
I'm a motherfucking musician. I can give you some rap. I can give you some singing. I can give you some hard shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like there could be at some point in the future where I hear like this really aggressive beat. I'm like, I just suddenly want to be super aggressive and pissed off. Like I don't want to be cased into this. Like, oh, I only have pop music listeners. That's not gonna go over well. I want to be able to like be like all over, and so like have listeners that will appreciate it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a pretty fucking diverse fucking lineup. It was literally we had a poet from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
We had Wilhelm Duke from Chicago. We had all throughout Ohio. We had Zach Shields from Cincinnati, Ambition, Shanklin, and Master Puff from like the Cleveland outside of Cleveland area. We had we had one other. I can't remember exactly.
I was actually really worried at first that
Oh,
I was
Chopsticks and Rose Relic.
oh yeah. I was like really worried at first that my music wouldn't fit in, like that it wouldn't be accepted, because I was like, oh shoot, what if this is like a really like just rap fans like that? They really want
Fuck
just like
that.
hard
That's
rap.
just music, bro.
Right.
Real
So
big
I was like,
music.
okay, I'm still gonna shoot my shot with that and see what I can do. But I was worried that like it was gonna be the kind of thing where like I come in here singing in the middle of a bunch of like trap rappers and then like I just get like booed off stage or something.
Never.
But like, thankfully that wasn't the case.
That's
yeah.
that's the thing is like, I think a lot of what I'm really trying to do is showcase local artists.
Yeah.
And I think like, there's some artists who literally are fucking really bad at like,
Yeah.
you know, just not having the suck my dick motherfucker, you know,
Yeah.
at like these events. And then there's some artists that, you know, come with some fucking heat. Where
Right.
it's like bar for bar for bar, and they ain't gotta fucking cuss, they ain't gotta swear, they ain't gotta talk about sex,
Yeah.
they ain't gotta talk about, you know, sucking my dick and, you know, eating pussy or, you know,
Right.
slapping on my top, you know, just random shit, you know. I'm not saying that like those artists rapping about that shit is bad. It's just, you know, like for me, like if I wanna listen, hey Uncle Jim or Grandpa, you know,
Yeah.
like hey, listen to this motherfucking song. Oh shit, all right, give it to me. And then as soon as you start fucking around about pussy, money, bitches,
Yeah, like they're
you know,
gonna-
then it's like, oh shit, I don't want to listen to it, you know. And then it's like, damn, now you gotta force them to listen to it. They already got a fucking negative opinion of it.
Even though he had his moments, I feel like Juice WRLD was like that in a lot of ways. He had a lot of stuff to actually say. He talked about like, you know, mental health and stuff. So even just the other day, I showed my mom Robbery by Juice WRLD, and I was like, okay, like I want her to hear one of my songs. I don't want her to just assume it's one of my songs that are just like the stereotypical rap stuff. And so I showed her, and she was actually like blown away. You know, she plays piano, and so hearing the piano melody for it and like just the way he delivers, I think really struck a chord. So like him having such a good singing voice, and then also having good content that relates to a lot of people, definitely helped him like kind of escape that stereotype. Mm-hmm.
Facts, I could see that.
Yeah.
He definitely, like, he was one of those rappers. Well, I wouldn't even say rappers either, because he's an artist that, like, for me, just an artist. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
a
yeah,
musician,
yeah.
a
So he did a
fucking
little bit of
genius, a
everything,
creative fucking genius. And, like, for me, like, even though I wasn't, like, into popping pills and into that shit, it was,
Yeah.
like, I was around people who were, or, like, I could relate to motherfuckers who almost OD'd and died. And, you know, I know that's, like, something that, you know, you take very seriously as well.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and just, for me, it was just, like, I feel like Juice WRLD was, like, he was a message for the world.
He really was.
While he was around, you know,
Yeah.
like damn, wake the fuck up and see that I'm gifted and I'm special, you know, like. But I also like I got a message for you to hear, you know, not just rapping about these fucking, you know, pills that I'm popping or, you know, just random ass crazy freestyles.
I think besides just calling attention to mental health problems, he also addressed something big. I've seen him address acceptance of mental health in the black community, because he's obviously black, and so growing up with that, he's talking about how he felt often rejected for his feelings and like people didn't accept it. So he's calling attention to another thing that needs to be addressed, which is like you need to have the whole world accepting these problems before you can move on with something. It's just like sobriety. Before you can move on and get better, you need to accept that it's a problem.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think that once we get change can really start happening once the majority of the world accepts mental health, which they kind of do, but some areas they don't. You know,
It's a tough subject, man, because like I think a lot of people know mental health is important,
yeah,
but a lot of people don't do the things they should
right,
to recognize mental health.
yeah,
They're not checking on the people, you know,
Yeah.
when they can. They're not, you know, doing, you know, the right thing to some people. Like I know so many people who look at homeless people like they're fucking animals.
which that's just awful.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, give this motherfucker, you know, like some time. If you ain't got no money, give him some time.
Yeah,
Talk to him for a minute, you know, ask him about his fucking day, you know, ask him how did he get here, you know, like where did he grow up, you know, like give this motherfucker, you know, somebody to talk to for just a minute.
I've dealt with people like that. Literally 2 weeks ago, I went with my church to Chicago, and there's obviously a large homeless population there. There was a lady that was getting harassed and yelled at by a random guy who was like, "Oh, you're so ingenuine, you're so fake." And she was obviously not. She was in pretty rough condition. I don't think anybody would choose to live like that. So I walked up and I started yelling. I'm like, "Get back, respect her." I wasn't like being disrespectful. I wasn't calling names. I was just like defending her. I was like, "Get back, you don't know the struggle," trying to be stern and assertive. We almost got into a fight, but we didn't. And for some reason, the adult that was leading my group, because we were still all youth, was like, she was she was just on my case all the time. But she's like, why are you starting trouble with random people? But like, those are the people that don't understand that like homelessness is not something to joke around about, because they've never experienced that. They've never been homeless, so they can't really go and say like, oh, they're okay, like they don't need any money or anything. Like, to say that, that's just arrogant and ignorant. So I kind of felt frustrated by her saying that, because it was like, I don't know, but like that's the type of person I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Just like ignorant people.
Oh yeah, I've dealt with a lot of shit, you know, like, and I've also, you know, like, I know that I've also probably been a victim to, you know, I've also been a victim of it as well, you know, like, where I might have, you know, like, not wanted to fucking be bothered because I was in a mood, or I was in a rush, and I might not have realized it.
Right.
You know, so like that's why I always try to say, like, if you got the time, stop and fucking give them, you know, a second of yours, you know, a couple moments of your time.
Right.
You know, because like most people think like you got to give motherfuckers money for them. Like, nah, man. Like, I literally will see like homeless people, you know, like passing out flyers for these events.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like, I got $1. You need $1. I'm trying to pass this shit out. Let me fucking tape a flyer to your fucking business sign.
Right.
Let me fucking, you know what I'm saying? Let's work together.
And like, knowing people that have been homeless, they actually appreciate that more, because they don't want to feel like beggars that are just out here getting handouts. If they can actually make it like a business thing to them, then they appreciate that, because they feel like they earned it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got one dude, literally, we were passing down flyers downtown. I didn't have no cash. I had like a quarter on me. And literally I was like, bro, I got like 50 cents for you. He's like, fuck it, I'll take it. I said, but you got to do something for me. You got to tell the people.
Right.
We 10 days in the motherfucking wake up until Tri-City Vintage Flea Market Volume 3.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, bet, appreciate you. You know,
definitely, yeah.
You know, it's just like, hey, now he feels important. Now he fucking know people are knowing that we're fucking tapped in with the community.
Right.
You know, like, he might be a local homeless guy that fucking people fuck with. Maybe people don't fuck with. I don't know. You know, like, either way, you know, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
you kind of you know, give them a sense of, you know, importance for a moment.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's nice. You brighten another day.
It really is nice. Yeah.
You ever had your palms read?
No.
Oh, bro, it's scary. Like Jeannie in the Cauldron. Shout out Jeannie in the Cauldron. She's pretty much like a fortune teller.
Yeah.
She does like tarot card reading, and then she does like palmistry, where she like reads your palms and all that shit. So like, where she can literally like see to like the shit where like, it's crazy scary, like it's wild. She can tell like where you have like financial failures. She can tell if you have 3 kids. She can tell like about a bunch of shit just by looking at your fucking hand.
Wow. Is
like,
that the lady that was directly behind the pavilion?
Yep. Her name is Samantha. She got a cool little business.
Yeah.
She does it like right out of her crib.
That's awesome.
So yeah, she hey, we try to just maximize what we can before we gotta fucking pay fucking a ridiculous amount for a storefront or some shit.
Right.
You know, I always say like, man, I can only imagine if I didn't sell for 3 months, but I had to spend, $1,000 on fucking, your monthly shit. I'm gonna be selling merch just to fucking break even.
Right.
So I'm basically selling shit just to keep the shit there. And then it's like you put money into businesses and sometimes they fail. So how do you build a business? You build it from the ground up.
Right.
But yeah, there's you're a testament to it too.
Yeah.
You're fucking building, Problem Child up, to be a household fucking name.
Yeah.
And I think you're killing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. Like I said, with you doing your first show, bro, like I said, it's an honor for me to have you as, your first show at Tri-City,
Yeah.
I know I'll fucking, always remember that shit. You fucking literally driving, picking up Lil Monte and then scooping, that's some real ass shit.
Yeah.
Like there's motherfuckers that like wouldn't even fucking scoop them and lived in Saginaw. And I'm sure you had to go like here. And then,
I kind of did have to go a little bit out of the way, but it's all good. Like,
yeah, it just shows the type of person you are. Like you're down to help. And I think, like with that mindset, plus you looking to, help people out with beats. And I'm sure you're going to have like beat packs and, just all types of, like positive additions to people's careers. I think you're definitely going to be a very good pillar to the fucking culture around here, for sure.
I appreciate that, yeah.
So definitely they need it. Like they need more studios that have it's not $50 an hour to go to.
Right.
And I understand that there's always you got to pay for what you get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is fire quality out there for the low. It's
Definitely.
just there's people don't know how to market it. They
Right.
don't know how to advertise that they have studio sessions available every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 6 to 10.
Like Pain Part 2 was literally recorded on a Yeti like a Yeti microphone, Blue Yeti, on Audacity. That was before I got FL Studio. So like you can definitely find a lot of like cheaper stuff, even free. That's
Ball on a budget.
Yeah.
You know, like don't break yourself off trying to fucking get what people have.
Yeah.
You know, like try to maximize what you have. Like if you can create a podcast with an iPhone and do 120 episodes, because what we are is on 120.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, so man, it's like I said, it's all from the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? We do our editing, we do our fucking all our cuts and edits and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, it's just a learning process. You learn, you get better. You know, the most important part for me is just the content. You know, like sharing with them who Problem Child is. You know, like giving them the inside of, damn, this motherfucker really loves these type of cookies, or he loves fucking, you know, Arizona fucking iced tea, or like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But what's one thing that you're passionate about?
As far as like,
It could be
justice and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it could be anything.
I'd say definitely mental health as well. You know, both that and the homeless community, but in many ways they tie hand in hand. So mental health can put you on the streets and get you off the streets.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Like I'll say this, public service announcement. Make sure you guys are doing the 22 challenge. What the 22 challenge is 22 veterans and active service members are all across the militaries. They commit suicide every single day. So 22 people all across commit suicide. And that's just the 1% of the military, because the military combines to be about 1% of the population. You know, like they'll tell you that all the time, is when you're joining the military, you're part of that 1%. You know, like 1% of the population joins the military. That's facts. Y'all can look that shit up. That's No Cap TV. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where like we don't shine enough awareness to it. You know, like you being passionate about mental health, that's beautiful, man. You know, like, you know, because you have a story that I'm sure a lot of people can, you know, be impacted and, you know, inspired from as well. You know, I don't know if you want to share that with us.
No, absolutely. So I've always, I think stemming from a lot of like bullying and stuff before, I've always been like super self-conscious and felt really alone, and I've been suicidal for a good most of my life. It's impacted a lot of stuff. And last November I had an attempt where I tried to overdose, and that was really like major for me, because I was like, I want to make sure nobody feels like that again. And so that's what started my passion for mental health. Like I'd been in the mental health realm since I was like 10. Like my mom was going to school to be a psychologist. I was going to therapy since I was like 10 years old. So I'd known about it, but I'd never really been like passionate about it until then, because I was like, I'm committed to figuring out what makes your brain go immediately there, and then what are some ways we can stop it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's how I got into mental health, because I had to fucking go to classes.
Yeah.
I had to talk to somebody in the military. It was just like, what? You're forcing me to go to talk to somebody? Like, why?
I know, right?
Because I'm pissed off at work. Cause I'm always fucking working. Because now I'm fucking, me being gone 18, 19 hours a day at work. Now me and my wife are fucking fighting. Now I'm fucking, you know, like, now I'm lonely. Now I'm thinking, like, damn, is my wife the one? You know,
right.
Like, now I'm fucking up my marriage.
It's
I'm fucking stressing out because of my marriage, and because I'm fucking giving y'all my fucking 100%. I can't even give nothing else to nobody else.
Time can be really damaging. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Like, I know going and talking to, like, you know, Colonel Van Meer. Like, he was one of the first, like, just counselors that I talked to in the military. That was just like, okay, dude, like, you're fucked up and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, let me talk to you about how we can fucking handle it. You know, like,
right.
You might be a fucked up motherfucker in life, but your integrity's there. You have principles. You have, you know, like, just because your dad beat the fucking shit out of your mom, you already know. You don't have to fucking beat the fuck out of your, you know, wife.
Right.
You don't have to hit your wife. You know, it's like, hell yeah, I know that. You know, like, because, like, you know, I'm sure you know, like, you being, you know, bullied. So that's something that, like, when you have kids, you're gonna fucking be extra fucking hard on.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
yeah.
You will never get fucking bullied, and we're gonna teach you all these motherfucking things. MMA.
Right.
You know, kind of how I am. You know, like.
Yeah.
I remember I was a small fucking kid getting bullied by this big ass kid, Raymond Wagner, in my trailer park. Just fucking, I wanted to be friends with him. His bitch ass was just fucking nice when he wanted, and fucking a bitch when he fucking wanted to be nice.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, you know, like, I want to just fucking be, you know, chill, cool, you know, like, we all just fucking get along, and you are a bitch, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck, you know? But if I was bigger, or if I had, like, you know, like a big-ass fuck, like, my buddy Zach Miller, he was always, like, supposed to be, like, my Robin Big type shit.
Yeah.
But he was a pussy, you know? Like, he was just a big, soft teddy bear. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, he was always just, like, I don't know. He was always just a homie that was always there.
Yeah, that's
But,
good.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, my ass was, I don't even know where I was going with that shit, but just fuck bullies.
yeah,
Fuck
definitely.
bullies for sure.
Definitely.
Fuck bullies. You know, like, I think we were talking about, you know, like the 22 challenge was, you know, every day for 22 days, I want y'all to tag 22 people and tag it 22 challenge. I'll do it with you, whatever the case may be, to raise awareness for the you know, mental health. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that can be done to raise awareness of it, and that's just one of the many. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I can't stress it enough how important it is to make sure we are there for one another, to make sure we check up on each other. You know, whether you're, you know, a poppin' ass artist, or whether you're just, you know, just having your first performance like you, man. It's just you need, you know, like, we all need to come together and just support one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, help you out with as much as you can learn, and then vice versa. You're gonna end up, you know, like, helping out with what you know, and then, you know, two brains are better than one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we can really fucking build a wave of fucking support, especially with FGP. You know, like, we have a fucking, you know, just like, this bitch built off love. You know, so like, a lot of this shit is just like, you know, a lot of people support each other within. So
I've definitely felt that way about rap, because there have been a lot of influential figures in the community that have taught me, you know, rapping skills, and even just people in general, but like people online and stuff too, that have taught me. And like, I wanted to carry that on somehow, and so I started looking for artists that were just getting kicked off, and like starting off in their rooms and stuff, and like not even really knowing what to do, just recording on their phone. And I started like mentoring them, and, you know, indirectly managing them, and it really helped, because it's just about, it felt great. It was like giving the knowledge that I had been given back, you know, continuing the process of helping.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, speaking of managing, I actually got asked to manage a couple artists. You know, like, nothing has been like signed officially and shit like that. But for the most part, it's like, man, I really had to think, like, you know, Lil Monte asked me, you know, like, asked me about managing him, and I was like, man, you know, like, I am so honored. You know, like, I am completely honored and humbled that you even consider me.
Right.
You know, but like, I don't know, I feel like I'm at that point where, like, I don't want to fucking, you know, take on that position unless I can commit to, like, every move I make is a benefit to your career.
Right, and,
you
like,
know,
you have so much going on that you don't have the time to really commit to be a full-time manager
hard
for somebody else.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's like one of those things, like, I just want to fucking help support you as far as I can fucking support you.
Yeah.
From the fucking platform that I have, you know, whether that's putting on shows, whether it's every single post you make, you can fucking get it tagged with me.
Yeah.
And it's a collaborator, like, whatever the case may be, like, I'm gonna push this shit like you're a fucking superstar already, and we're just gonna keep going with it.
Sometimes I wonder if it's more of a disservice to have a manager that's like constantly busy and has a lot on their plate versus just not having a manager at all. Like,
and just
it might
having
be
a
better,
team of support.
Yeah, it might be better to just go on your own, you know, relatively speaking, than have somebody who can't give you their all because, you know, they're busy with other ventures.
It definitely adds up. It definitely adds up because, you, like you said earlier, like, you have to be a marketing expert as an artist. You have to be a great promoter. You have to be reaching out to those people that fucking can get you in shows or know somebody who does. You have to, you know, be able to do cover art for yourself or be able to pay for it, which costs money. You know, you have to be able to get studio time. You have to be able to shoot a music video, which all costs money. Like, we talked about this one day, like, the average cost of, like, recording, mix and mastering, shooting a video, all that shit, it's like $500 a song.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
wouldn't be surprised. But
if you had a 10-song thing, that's like...
That's a lot. That's
$10,000.
Like
yeah.
10,000, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, is it 10?
It would be 10.
No, yeah, it'd be 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's 500.
Yeah, right.
So it'd be, so like $5,000 dollars just to record 10 songs and get 10 visuals.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think. I'm sure, you know, you could do it for far less, you know, balling on a budget and kind of, you know, getting by better. But for the most part, it's like, it costs money to be an artist.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I think a lot of people don't talk about that enough. That, you know, what you do, like, you go out here and promote, you go out here and put on shows, you go out here and fucking push this music, and you might get paid in the long run, but right now it's just like you're
Just
seeing
elbow grease.
Yeah, it's just the fucking blood, sweat, and tears that you're putting into this shit, and then you'll see the, you know, the alter effects when the fucking foundation's already fucking, you know, shit.
Right.
You know, you're building the fucking upper level.
That's part of why I wanted to go into producing in the first place. I'm like, I just realized something. Like at like 14 years old, I was like, artists spend the money, producers make the money. That's just how it is in music. Producers are the one that's raking in all the money that's tossed in the air. You know, so it's kind of like I wanted to do that. That's not why I did. I'm not in it for the money, but that made me consider in the first place. I was like, you know, maybe this is actually something I could go into because it's more versatile and it makes more money, more
potential for growth.
Yeah.
I feel that, man. I feel it. You know, like, that's why I wouldn't say like me getting into like vintage clothing. It was more or less like because vintage clothes were hot,
Yeah.
as well as the jerseys. So like
Mhm.
I was pretty much only fucking with jerseys. You know,
Okay,
so like
yeah.
I would only grab, like, if I was going to the store, thrift store, you know, and I'm not looking for vintage Tommy Hilfiger fucking polos
Right.
that are fucking $300. I'm looking at, is there any sports jerseys? You know, is there any fucking cool sports shit?
Yeah. I
You know,
get
and
what you're
I'm like missing over tons of fucking shit, and then I'm like, damn, you know, like, I go to garage sales and I find these cool ass shirts. I start fucking, you know, doing research. I started fucking watching Robbie's World, Sloppy Robbie. You ever heard of him?
saying. No.
Fire ass show on Instagram. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
If you watch this, it's called Sloppy's World. Or Sloppy Robbie or some shit. But it's like basically where he's like a reseller.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
got a store in Phoenix, Arizona, or, you know, near the fucking Arizona, wherever the fuck.
But it's kind of like how, like TJ Maxx, how they don't sell a specific like brand or style because they're just like getting whatever they can for cheap. That's a solid business move. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not like I just looked at them as a company, and like
Yeah.
their whole thing is just buying like used stuff that they can, or not used, but like new discount, really stuff that's just
Yeah.
extra.
That's what I love about like the vintage shit, bro. Like, cause you won't find this shirt anywhere. You know, like, this is like a one of one shirt. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably had like 50 of them or 100 of them back then, but it's
Right.
like it's from 1993. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, single stitch, smoking weed, Dr. Seuss. Like,
Yeah.
you don't find it. It's like
No,
it was
yeah.
literally like a parking lot bootleg tee. You know, where like, you know, nowadays, like, you would think it's only like a fucking $1 shirt or something at like a garage sale, or
Right.
$2, $3, but it's like they value it at like $200-$300, and it's like the value of like certain tees. Like, bro, you go to like ThriftCon, like I think in Philly, we had what was it, the 28th? We had the on the event of the 27th. It was on a Saturday. Well,
Yeah.
The following Sunday in Philadelphia, there was ThriftCon.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
ThriftCon is like the biggest fucking thrift event, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, people pay like thousands of dollars for each shirt, you know, because it's like one of one.
Right. Yeah.
It might be like a Three Stooges shirt that's so off the wall that it resembles NWA.
Yeah.
That like they had to take off the fucking shelves because of copyright issues. That somehow, some way, this motherfucker got in an extra large, and it's not dry rot. It's not fucking, you know what I'm saying? Dry rot
Yeah.
is like, you could have shirts from like the 1993, never washed them ever.
Oh,
so
wow,
like,
yeah.
So like, that doing that, it fucks it up.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
You literally, like, yeah, your shirt will crumble up and fall apart in the washer.
Because it has no like hydration. Yeah.
Yeah, because like all that acidity is like just sitting in the fucking shit.
Yeah.
So like every time you wash it, you lose shit out of the shirt, but it's like, you know,
It's like brushing your teeth.
yeah, you're not gonna fucking, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I gotta find you a video.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like the chemistry and like science portion
Right.
of it. But it's wild, bro. Like your shirt like will literally like dry rot, like rot. Like,
That is wow.
and it's just like because it's never been washed.
Yeah.
And there's like dyes and shit in it.
I didn't know that. That's actually really good to know.
Yeah, it only happened. It's like real common with like 1990s shirts.
Yeah.
Like 98 and below, 99 and below, and then maybe like some 2000 like 3 and 5 like
Yeah.
and below. You know,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like real common, real like uncommon.
Yeah.
Like it's literally black only. It's like black and some whites.
Okay.
You know, like that's like the only. I got some. You want to see 'em?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like, it's literally fucking. This is what a dry rot shirt looks like. You know, like I have it for pretty much pretty much, educational purposes.
Yeah.
So if you grab a shirt, right?
Right.
Like most of the times, you'll grab it at the bottom of a shirt.
Right.
And you'll, you'll pull right here.
Right.
Use like, you're not trying to fucking.
No.
But you're using like
See
enough.
how durable it is.
Yeah, and like this shit, bro. Like because it's never been washed ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Try to fucking rip that shit.
Okay. Oh my, yeah, that's crazy.
It's like paper.
Yeah.
It's like
so
whoa.
easy.
So when you throw this bitch into a fucking washing machine and it's just, stretching and pulling and just.
It's like exercise for it.
Yeah, literally. Like as you can see, it's just crazy. The garment itself, you know what I'm saying? If you were to use this graphic, it's still good, but for the most part, it's literally to the point where, yeah, it's fucking it's a usable shirt. You just have to wash it by hand.
Yeah.
It's one of those like I have shirts that are like $300 to $500 shirts, and
Yeah.
like I wash it by hand because of like the
Right.
the fragility or whatever the fuck of it,
Yeah, how fragile it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but like, you never would know that type of shit. Like, I remember buying shirts from Goodwill and Salvation Army, like $8 a shirt, $10 a shirt,
Yeah.
$6 a shirt, whatever. And I get home and wash them, and they fucking destroyed. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? How did this happen?
Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Like, damn, what the hell? Dry rot,
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I should have checked that shit.
Mhm.
So literally every time you go to a garage sale and you love a shirt, well, it's caution now. Like, because you literally got to go to the bottom of the shirt and just do a dry rot test. Is it gonna?
Yeah.
You'll know as, like try to pull at the seam.
Solid.
Try to rip it.
Solid.
Yeah. So like this because it's been washed, but like versus like never been washed, it's got all the chemicals fucking just in it, bro. It's just it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those science and chemistry things.
Is that mostly with like natural materials, or is it with any?
It's mostly shirts, t-shirts.
Okay, yeah.
So like you won't really have that common like with like leather jackets
Right.
or like jean material or shit like that. It's just
Those aren't made to be.
it's most of the time. Yeah, it's most of the time it's fucking t-shirts.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, dude, it was such an eye opener for me. Like,
Yeah, I bet it was.
I bought $50 shirts from people, and then I come to find out that like I tried on and oh shit.
Yeah.
And like, damn, I done tore the side of it. And I had to tell my man, I'm like, hey, bro, like, I paid $50 plus tax on the shit at your store for this shirt, and it's dry rot. Like, are you willing to do like a refund or like let me get something?
Usually, are they willing to do that?
Yeah, they will. Like,
Okay,
9 times out of 10, like my man Phil, he's got a store called Filthy in Evansville, Indiana. He was cool as fuck about that shit. It was a couple shirts that had dry rot, and like it's hard to tell. Like, you could literally have this bitch on a hanger, not know anything about it, and you're like, damn, like I wish I'd have known, but like you can find out by doing the dry rot test.
Yeah.
Like hopefully you fucking don't do it to the point where you just, rip
Yeah,
the whole shirt in
hopefully.
half, but it happens. Like there's so many shirts, man. It's really like it's like a fucking just a, I don't know, just like a whole other world to this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
like vintage clothing and just like like I've seen some beat up shit, and that shit sells for top dollar because it's from the 40s, from the 50s.
Yeah.
Like it's like hand drawn on. It's like, like back in the day, they used to go to school, they would draw on their skirts and like make them like
Wow.
custom. They'd make their custom
Yeah.
shirts out of like marker or whatever the fuck.
That's cool.
They were like from the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe from the 70s, but like that shit went away. Like they don't make that shit nowadays.
No.
Like they're fucking stamping a fucking C if you went to Central in it. They're fucking embroidering a C now. They're doing it less creative.
Yeah.
So like the shit that like you can find nowadays, it might be fragile, but that shit's crazy money.
Yeah.
Like you ever go to the bins? You ever hear of the bins?
I think so, yeah.
It's like basically like Goodwill but on crack.
Okay.
So it's like these big ass blue bins, and like they might have fucking vintage cups, they might have speakers, they might have ashtrays, they might have fucking sewing machines, they might have t-shirts.
Yeah.
They fucking have everything.
So it's like a really cool
Video-
Salvation Army.
Yeah, video, but it's like what's cool about it is like you pay everything by the pound.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
nice.
like you fill your cart up and you pay whatever the fuck it weighs.
That's cool.
So if it weighs 40 pounds and it's fucking you got $300 worth of shit, you're paying $40 times $1 fucking a pound, so like
Right,
$40.
Yeah.
You know, so like
So.
I filled up a whole entire cart with like multiple bags, and it was like $90.
Yeah.
And it weighed like 112 pounds.
Okay, that's actually really good. Yeah.
It was fire.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
I think I sold like 2 things and made my money back, and I had like
That's
the rest profit. You know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, just I'm sure you'll know. You know, like this the hustle. You know, it's always, you know, whether it's like a Pornhub, whether it's fucking with, you know, selling clothes, whether it's with making music, whether it's doing fucking beats, whether it's, you know,
Yeah.
always have that mindset, like that trickle effect. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a little bit of money here. It might not only be, you know, it might only be $12 a month, but it's $12 a month.
Definitely.
That's consistent.
Yeah.
You know, then I can get $12 in 10 other places. Now it's 120. Now you can work with that. You can pay a bill with that. You can fucking pay a couple bills with that, a phone bill, fucking light bill, whatever the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, I think just always having that mindset. I think you already, you know, have that shit. You know, it's just a kind of grind.
Yeah.
What's the next song you want to play for us?
Next one is gonna be 21. It's my most recent.
Yeah, you played this at Tri-City.
Yes, sir.
This is the first one, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's based off a true story of unlikely attraction, I guess you could say.
It was like, she's 21, I'm 17.
Still, I can't get her off my mind and off my memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check this out. Oh, this thing disconnected. It did it again. Whoops.
It does it to like save battery.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's called 21, y'all. Problem Child. Go look him up on all platforms. Go stream his music. Go show some fucking love, man. He just performed at Tri-City Vintage Flea Market Volume 4, and he's going to be probably performing at the open mic at the Flum 2. It's the free local underground music number 2, hosted by McNass at the Bay City Art Department in Bay City. So check it out. It's free. Shout out McNass, man. A fucking true legend in this motherfucker, for real.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I gotta drive still.
She's 21, I'm 17. Still I can't get her off my mind and off my memories. I think I fell in love, somebody help me please. I'm addicted to her heart and to her energy. She's 21, I'm 17. Still I can't get her off my mind and off my memories. I think I fell in love, somebody help me please. I'm addicted to her heart and to her energy. Didn't know it happened and I know that it's wrong, but I wanna chill in bed with her and hold her all night long. I give her everything, provide and be there every time she needs. If she's trying to get real high, I'll let her have my coke and weed. I'm so fucked up, and baby I'm a fool. I just wanna have you with me, girl. I'm hoping that that's cool, and you don't gotta pretty up because you're gorgeous as you are. Didn't need no makeup, you just opened up my heart. She's 21, I'm 17. Still I can't get her off my mind and off my memories. I think I fell in love, somebody help me please. I'm addicted to her heart and to her energy. She's 21, I'm 17. Still I can't get her off my mind and off my memories. I think I fell in love, somebody help me please. I'm addicted to her heart and to her energy. She's 21, I'm 17. Still I can't get her off my mind and off my memories. I think I fell in love, somebody help me please. I'm addicted to her heart and to her energy.
So did you meet an older chick in that situation?
Yup.
So she fucked with you, or what happened? What happened with the situation? How'd you meet her?
It was my alcohol plug. It started off as like I was delivering food, so a friend of a friend had her editor. She blocked him because he's kind of creepy sometimes. And so he was like, "Can you add her and tell her to unblock me?" So I was like, "Whatever, dude. I'll just do it." And she added me back, and I ended up selling her some Jimmy John's I delivered to her house. I'm not even DoorDash. I just did it for money. And then we started hanging out and stuff. And I guess it just like I started to like, you know, get like emotions. Yeah, get feelings and stuff. Because like I don't even really like feel that way about a lot of people. I'm just like, I don't know.
This is recent.
Yeah, somewhat recent. Yeah, it was like a few months ago. But yeah, so like I just started to like feel about it. I'm like, obviously people are gonna frown upon it if there's like such an age difference. So that's kind of like why I was saying with that. Like I know that's wrong. Like I probably shouldn't feel this way, but like I can't stop it. So that's kind of like the thought behind it.
Yeah, but that's dope though. I'm sure like, bro, I remember like wanting to like fuck my babysitter and shit. Like she was sexy as hell.
Yeah,
you know, like, I'm like, damn, dude, like I don't even know what sex is, but I'm willing to fucking lose it for you. Like,
And like, I remember I was like 7. We had a family friend, and their daughter was like 14 at the time. And I literally walked up to her when I was 7 years old. I walked up and I'm like, "Will you marry me?" It was so cringy, but at the same time, like it's the same thing. Like you're just attracted. Sometimes it just happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you say the relationship kind of died out because she didn't want no more Jimmy Johns, or what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Plus, she moved out of the area. She moved into Detroit, so
Oh, okay.
that's whatever.
Was she? What did you get some cheeks?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
It's all right.
It's okay. The quest failed. You win, you lose. You know,
Yeah.
it's just how it goes.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've definitely. We talked about catfish the other day. So like, he was like, we were talking about like, have you ever been catfished? I'm like, man, I remember getting catfished before.
Yeah.
That shit's a bitch. I've definitely met some fake people for sure. You ever been catfished?
Oh yeah, once or twice. I also used to do catfishing because I found it funny as hell. But then I was like, wait, this is not a good thing to do.
Right. It's really fucked.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I remember there was like this fucking, I don't even know how old I was, probably like fourth grade, 5th grade, talking to like this bitch from Wisconsin named Lisa. She's like this Chinese little chick. I'm like, oh my god, I'm always talking to her like every day at my buddy John's house, and I'm like, oh my god, she's dope as fuck, you know, like all the bitches around me are fucking lame, you know, like, yeah, it was just one of those, I don't know, she was like my pen pal type shit.
Yeah,
but I caught feelings. I'm like, damn, I think you're fake as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Fake as fuck.
Well, it's because they tell you what you want to hear. It's really noticeable.
Yeah, they just happen to be online at the same time.
Yeah, and like if they like
They got this going on with like 34 people.
don't accept it, and like they always act so perfect, like you want like it. I feel like part of it is like part of why like I'm attracted to people is like they have like they show their flaws and they're willing to like admit it, so they're willing to show like a side of them that's not as much as they don't want to present it to the world as much. And that's like, it shows rawness to me, and like I respect that because I've been like around so many fake people before. And so like the catfishers, they're like telling you exactly what you want to hear. They don't talk about imperfections. They're not like, oh, I look so bad, I need to put on my makeup today, or my hair's a mess. They're just like sending you pictures of models basically and saying that, not even addressing the topic. So I don't know, probably overthought that, but like that's just how like you can tell.
Yeah. It's definitely nobody likes to get in catfished. Nobody likes it. It's big booty cheeks.
Yeah.
Hopefully it never happens to any of you.
Hopefully.
What advice would you give to the listeners out there that have dealt with it?
I'd say always be like wary. It's like what I said earlier with like school and stuff. Always be skeptical. It's not a bad thing. If you're paranoid, that's one thing. But if you're always skeptical, that's another. It just means that you want to be educated and that you want to actually know for yourself instead of just trusting secondhand information. So always be skeptical, even of the women you're dating, the girls you're talking to, whatever. You know, there could always be some sort of ulterior motive. They could be fake. They could have negative motives that they're trying to push on you. You know, I'm not going to like sit here and lie and say that the world is perfect and that everybody's perfect. There are a lot of bad guys and bad girls, you know, that are not right suits. So just always be wary. That's what I'd say. But
well said, man. Well fucking said.
Thank you.
It's like you were a Benjamin Button snapped into the world. He's knowledgeable, y'all. He's been doing his homework. He's been fucking in the studio, fucking grinding. And I'm sure you got another song you want to play for us?
Yep.
What's the name of this one?
I have to decide which one over there.
He said, I don't know which one I want y'all to hear.
Because there are a lot out there.
There's
probably Rain.
Where do you think the most of your content's at?
Probably the first one I ever. Oh, you mean like what services?
Yeah.
So pretty much mostly on Spotify. Like I do have some unreleased, somewhat unreleased songs on SoundCloud, but I don't really do too much with SoundCloud anymore.
So no problem. I couldn't like Apple Music. I didn't find a couple. Not too much.
That's a tough thing too. Is there's another problem child out there which I didn't realize at the same time. When I looked and there was like, I didn't really think to look while I was making my name to see if there were other artists with the same name. Yeah. So it turned out that there were. So it can kind of mess with it. But if you search up Problem Child and then one of my song names, like it comes up. But I can show you an unreleased song that I have that's only on my SoundCloud, which is Problem Child MI, same as my Instagram.
Okay.
it is. Well, there's some beats on here too. If you want to hear some beats too, you can check it out there. This one's called "Leave Me." I did not even like put much effects on it or autotune, so it's kind of bad. But
Leave Me.
yeah,
Nice. This is
This-
the way on SoundCloud.
yeah. This one is like very like personal. Like it was about a very personal situation.
Yeah, it's PC.
Can I get another water? I've been chugging through this
Yeah, go ahead.
weed kind of like.
Spoken complete truth. If I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me? Yeah, you told me that you think of me, so why you taking this bad treatment? I can beat it, I don't see it. What's the reason? Ditch this douchebag, you don't need it. Yeah, if I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me? Why'd you go? As if there wasn't love between us both. And don't hide, you know that what we have is enough to keep us afloat. Yeah, and although I'm the other man, you make me wanna wipe away my plans and just go out with you. Go tear up the town with you. You say going's for the best, and the moment that comes next, you'll be telling me I'm in your head. I pop up during sex, leave me dazed and all confused with these red flags. Grab the refs, cause you pour out all your heart to me and then ignore my text. What you gonna do this time? The tennis ball is in your court. I'ma walk off with an injury, but I don't play a sport. I've been thinking about you too, oh, what I give for your support. Wish you'd let me down more gentle, you don't gotta use such force. Just keep me, don't leave me. All you gotta do is promise to not leave me. Girl, you make it so damn hard, no, it's not easy. The more he's going bar for bar, the more the bleeding. If I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me? Yeah, you told me that you think of me, so why you taking this bad treatment? I can beat it, I don't see it. What's the reason? Ditch this douchebag, you don't need it. Yeah, if I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me? If I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me? Yeah, you told me that you think of me, so why you taking this bad treatment? I can beat it, I don't see it. What's the reason? Ditch this douchebag, you don't need it. Yeah, if I put my time in you, girl, I need to know you ain't leaving. So why'd you leave me?
Yeah,
Bro, there's a lot of shit that you could go crazy on a remix.
that's very true. Yeah.
I know a couple people who would love to fucking get out of a bar like that. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
That shit's fire, man.
Thank you, man.
It's very. I think it's just it's so raw.
Yeah.
It's very raw.
It was completely true situation. Actually, a girl I met at this. Well, so when I had my attempts, I went to this outpatient thing where it was like a therapy that you can like come home from, but you like go to therapy all day for a few weeks. And I met her there, and the problem is she had a boyfriend, but we were both really into each other. So like, that one kind of dragged me around through the mud. But like, that was like my first like experience of like true heartbreak.
Yeah.
But you know, that's kind of like what really inspired like that. You want to hear some of the beats I made?
Yeah. Speaking of beats, you ever hear the car alarm freestyle?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh shit, he has.
It's really good.
Hell yeah, FGP, man. We do this car thing called the car alarm freestyle. There's 2 beats that we like to use. It's shout out McNast and PJ Washington. They both kind of introduced these beats to us. It was just kind of just like randomly on an episode, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I want to have every artist that comes on this bitch do this.
Right.
And it was just like, some artists don't do it, some artists do it, and some artists fucking kill it. You know, it's always for fun. But yeah, if you're down to do that shit, we can,
Yeah, that sounds
do
awesome.
that shit too.
I'll definitely think of that. So this
You were
one,
saying something else, yeah?
yeah, no, I said I'll definitely think of that. Yeah, so this one, I just want to show you. I don't know, I'm really like eager about my beats. Like, ooh, check out my beats. Like, I'm like
Yeah.
really like heavy in that. This one is more of a vibey one. I made it with Nick Mirapack, so he's a really good producer. And
How long does it take for you to cook up her beat? Is it always different?
It's always different, but usually it's like, if I was like putting all my time into it and I had a lot of time to put into it, probably like literally just an hour.
Yeah, just for one beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, that's just like coming up with a melody, adding some alternate melodies, and then adding the drums, which are usually pretty simple. Once you know your drums, it's so simple. 808s, that takes a little bit of time, and then mixing. So it's really like, if you're really committed and driven, like you've been practicing for a while, then it doesn't take you long at all.
Right.
gives it like space vibes almost.
I don't know where my time is gone, but I know that he is here right along and he's just singing.
If you know somebody that can hop on that, definitely let me know.
That's just hard as fuck, dude.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people. I know like Young Flacco would fucking kill some shit like that.
Yeah.
I know, like I said, PJ Spade.
Yeah.
I think there's artists that like, it just depends. I think Gifted if you're looking to pay for like a fire ass artist, but there's like some other artists that I think would do like, I think they might work with you for free just to fucking really build with what you're building.
I'm all in the free stuff. When I started off, I was like, oh, I should probably charge, but then I'm like, no, I'm just trying to get my name out there as a producer.
Feature type shit.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's lit. That's lit that like you can also offer those other services like, hey, with me like, hey, you might be doing a feature for feature and fucking give me a free feature, but at the same time like I offer a little bit of other value as well.
Yeah.
Where, like I can help you fucking get studio time, or I can help you engineer a song, or I can make a beat for you or something. We can work together like to help get my name out there when you make a fire ass song on this bitch.
Right, yeah.
Just tag me in the title.
Exactly. That's how it is. Just tag, a little bit of credit, yeah.
Yeah, and I think bro, I definitely could fucking help you find a fuck ton of people to utilize.
That would be awesome. I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna run this shit up, man. This is like, that's what really started like to boom. Feeling Good podcast is like music, a music hub.
Right.
It was like, I might have an interview. Like, say it's like episode 5, episode 10. I have you on the podcast. I like your music. I like you as a person.
Yeah.
But how else can I fucking support your shit besides like whatever you post?
Right.
Like if you're not active as like as active as I would like, or if you don't post content or promote yourself as much as I want, then it's like, damn, okay, maybe I gotta post him more, or
right.
maybe he should post more, or whatever the case. But it was I can't remember where the fuck I was going with that.
Just giving him that guidance. That's like another way you can support an artist. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it got to the point where I'm like, okay, how can I level up my support?
Right.
Okay, now I can cover some visuals for them at a show. Because 9 times out of 10,
they need that.
Somebody is not gonna fucking cover. They're not gonna record your entire set like song by song by song.
Right.
So like it's a rare thing to happen.
Yeah.
And like I understand why like you're spacing your phone, you lose fucking like battery, whatever the case may be. Like shit happens.
Oh shit, I'm getting a call. Hold up.
Oh shit. He said another show, Temple Theater. Be there tomorrow.
Hello. Hey. I'm still doing the interview. I don't know, probably like a half hour. Yeah, sorry. Alright, bye-bye. You gotta edit that out, because, like, it was just my dad wondering where I was.
Hey, that's alright, man. That's the beauty of it, though. Like, like, the grind of it. It shows... What that shows to me is just your drive.
Yeah.
Your drive that people don't realize. Like, oh, shit.
Exactly.
He'll do whatever the fuck it takes to get this shit done. Like, you're here doing this interview. You're here at the fucking store, you know what I'm saying? And, like...
Yeah.
If you come in here, you serious about your shit.
Right.
You serious about, like... When I said this, y'all, like... He literally asked me about an interview and was like, we can do it today, we can do it tomorrow, we can do it the next day. You let me... I'm like, shit, run it. Let's run it today. Let's run that shit.
Yeah,
I'm down, bro. Like... I'll always make time for like people who are serious about that shit, like because there's people who like I've gone and I've had like a whole entire fucking vision for a podcast, and I've gotten stood up. I've gotten fucking, you know what I'm saying? I met at a certain point, got stood up, and it's like, oh hell no, never again will I fucking make it out of my way. Like
they have to know what they want and actually want it. They can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to wait for a podcast to come my way. You have to, like, search for it, because without that, what are you even doing to promote yourself? You have to be the main person. If it's your music, you got to be the main person promoting yourself. So you're your main promoter. It's like Token, we're going back to him again, he said, one of his lyrics were, since 13, I was a manager, agent, and publicist. And, like, that's really how it is. You have to do everything for yourself.
Facts.
Yeah. Because it's your music, you can't just expect somebody to help your stuff survive,
Yeah, I definitely think you have like the raw talent, and I definitely think you have that sound.
I appreciate it.
It's just really just, I feel like in a sense just really cleaning it up and just really focusing on like your voice and how fucking special it is.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think I know Ocean 5 would definitely love to fucking have you on the team. What they are is they're the record label that I represent. Fucking as an A&R for Michigan, so like my job is to pretty much like bring them talented artists like yourself.
I would love that, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? And like what they do for you is like they help you get your name out there. They help
Yeah.
you, push your lyrics. And I think because you have that singing ability, that's what I love about you as an artist. Is like
I appreciate that.
because there's artists like Phoenix, there's artists like PJ and Spade.
Yeah.
Like they can showcase like Young Biggs. We can play a couple songs. And I'll introduce you to some new sounds. But like these guys have the ability to sing.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, you really get that different perspective. Like, damn, I could listen to bar for bar, but he can sing and give me bar for bar.
Right.
I want to see where this kid goes.
Exactly.
I want to
yeah.
see where the fucking hunger in this kid goes. How heavy is his work ethic?
Right.
If he's got a shit work ethic, it might not go far. Might stop after this. But if he's got a vision, like he's fucking reaching out to get on podcasts, he's reaching out to fucking get on shows,
Yeah.
he's reaching out to get on open mics. You're constantly fucking asking me to get on visuals. We're gonna push some shit, bro.
That'd be
this
awesome.
This is not the motherfucking end. We're gonna
I
fucking
am
keep
excited.
going.
I'm
You know
really
what I'm saying?
looking
I want to have a fucking follow up with you
Yeah.
whenever you drop a project, bro.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
Like we'll go crazy.
I think I've been tossing around the idea of making an EP. I think we're gonna lock in on that.
That'll be what is it? What do you think it's gonna be called?
I thought about some names. Some of them aren't really like
Still in
good
there.
names to put. Yeah, because a lot of the names I thought of are like, is this really like something I want to be saying as like representing? Because it can never be deleted. Like this one, off the record, even though you guys are watching, it's 17 and Suicidal is one I thought of because it was like a really like emotional thing for me because like obviously I've been there a lot. But like I'm thinking on the level 2 of like, okay, do I want this? This can be seen by anybody. Do I want some 5-year-old kid coming up and be like, Mommy, what's suicidal mean? Like, you don't want
Right.
like to always push that to everybody. So
What about suicide backwards?
that would actually work. Yeah, yeah.
Some crazy shit.
That is a good idea.
It'd be like 17 and Psychookies.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like some, what the fuck is that? And then you kind of get to say like,
Right,
hey, suicide backwards, because like we're not letting that shit take us down.
right, exactly.
Some
Yeah,
dope shit,
that's a really good one. Yeah.
Then those kids that fucking are thinking about it, oh, they don't see shit. They think of they're not at that level of comprehensive thinking yet where they're not looking at easy.
Even though this isn't like super, it's not like it represents necessarily an important message, but like it's like most people don't know that Ray Shremmerd is like eardrummers
Who?
backwards. Ray Shremmerd, like
Oh, Ray Shremmerd.
yeah. They're actually eardrummers backwards. That's
Really?
their name, yeah. So
Damn.
not a lot of people know that, but like you just kind of gotta like look at it in a specific way.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's dope. It's done like Stanley Yelnats. You remember
Yeah.
that motherfucking shit?
I think so. Yeah.
Holes. It
Yeah.
was the book Holes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he fucking you dirty, no good, dirty rotten pig stealing, great grandfather, fucking blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Some shit happened. That's a fire ass movie though.
it is. It really is. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a staple of my childhood.
Fire. Yeah.
But
What
yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, let's bust open into this freestyle, and then I'll show you a couple tracks. Maybe you can show me a couple tracks. You know anybody local that you fuck with, that like you want to work with, or like maybe you want to pay homage to and shout out?
Probably just more Boyle. Boyle
Yeah.
slaps. All right. So what's his name?
Boyo Slaps. What are you looking for? It's the
You-
Carla and freestyle. You want to look up Young Biggs?
Yeah. So. With,
Yung
Okay. Yeah.
and then Biggs.
Oops.
It's
B-I-G-G. Oh.
He's-
Like that?
Biggs. Yeah. Then yep.
All right. Which one of these?
He's got a song called "Trying to Get It," but
I can search that up.
okay.
From here.
Yeah, I usually just be looking on YouTube. I like to watch the visual with shit.
Yeah.
He's really special, bro.
Is it the song I'm trying to fuck?
No.
Trying to. Oh wait, no.
Trying to get it.
Trying to get. Maybe it's only on SoundCloud.
No, it's not everything. Here, you got YouTube?
Oh wait, here we go. Wait, Soldier Brat. That's not it.
No, here, I got you.
Yeah, we got YouTube. I can get you there.
Yeah, I don't know how to work it on this phone.
I got an Android, so it's a little bit more confusing.
Yeah, I got you.
Young Biggs. Hold on. Young Biggs. Trying to.
You're gonna love this shit.
All right, which one of these?
He.
Awesome.
Subscribe to him.
Awesome. I do.
I do not own the rights to this music.
Nor do I.
But Young Biggs allowed me to fucking play this shit, man.
I'm back up on my grind tryna get it. Remember days that we was broken, had no chicken. Time after time it was no. And we ain't never had no hope. I remember days that we was stopping in our prime. Now we up and on our grind. They gon' be mad because it's mine. Be right with my slime. My bros. I done took so many losses I can't change up. So I been riding with my slime, they can't hang us. And if I kept a nigga liking, we gon' change up. And they gon' miss me with my gun because I'm on my own. And I got FNs and Glocks, I hit you in your dome. And we done took so many losses, we in our dome. And I done took so many chances, I'm right back home. I remember days that we was broken, we ain't had shit. Tryna make that backflip, make them do gymnastics. Yo, bitch say she wanna fuck on me and bro. So I'm gon' leave that bitch where she at because she a hoe. And I was back up on my grind tryna get it. Remember days that we was broken, had no chicken. Time after time it was no. And we ain't never had no hope. I remember days that we was stopping in our prime. Now we up and on our grind. They gon' be mad because it's mine. Be right with my slime. Yeah, they mad because they wanna take me. Yeah, they wanna hit me. Yeah, I'm riding with this Glock and they ain't got no safety. If I catch a nigga lacking, we gon' get him gone. And I remember all them days when we ain't had no home. Now I'm on the block and cooking dope. I'm in the trap house, I catch a nigga lacking with his mans, I'm gon' knock him off. Remember all them days when I ain't had shit. Back up on my own, I'm in my bag shit. Remember, and all my niggas coming home tryna get it. Dion got 3 more, yeah, he coming home to chicken. 30 on his way back home. And they gon' miss me when I'm gone. Love will get you killed if you share it. You talking down and I don't fear shit. On the slide and we gon' slide. I got my
fire, bro.
It really
Fire.
is. So he's from Saginaw?
Yeah, from Saginaw. Young
awesome.
Biggs. I fuck with him really, really heavy, man. He's like when you hear that shit, you're like, man, this dude really has that rod wave effect.
Yeah.
He has that rod wave effect. He literally like will give a motherfucker goosebumps with his sound.
For real.
And I think like just like him as a person too, like he's a humble ass motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's just a good ass dude. Like I can't say enough shit about him, like he's got a past where like, he's been locked up, but like, like he doesn't come across, as unapproachable at all.
Right.
Like, he just shows mad love, like you respect him and show love, like it's that same shit in return.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people like, they get that shit confused. It's like people are, so big to like say that, they're this or they're that, or I want to be on a list, I want to be on a that. Fuck if you're not on a list. Use that shit if you're not on a list to motivate yourself to go harder. Fucking,
I definitely agree.
Somebody gonna have a fucking list soon of you on it.
Yeah.
Whether that takes a year and a half of you committing yourself to shows or, and you putting in your work, that work is gonna speak for itself.
It took
You know
me
what I'm saying?
3.5 years to get my first show, so like, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's only gonna be the first of many. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause you about to have that October 7th spot. I'm about to cover visuals at that bitch, and then I'm sure you're gonna have more slots in between. We gonna hit up Troy with fucking Excellency. We gonna get you plugged in, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we gonna get you plugged in, bro. I promise you
I
that.
appreciate it.
That's
yeah.
I'll make sure of that shit. Like, Maui's Hour, fucking get you on a show.
Yeah.
Fucking Saginaw Sound is a dude that runs shows. Shout out.
I actually
AJ.
hit up Saginaw Sound. They're trying to put me on something in the future. So
Hell yeah. So like
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is like those guys are putting on shows and helping local as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just it's not just me as well. It's just there's a lot of people that are doing this shit. It's just
yeah.
I'm trying to put a different spin on it with our Tri-City.
Right. I appreciate that.
I want people to feel that fucking oh shit. They can bring their family out here and ride a fucking horse.
Right.
They can, and it's like...
So it's a more diverse group.
Yeah, it's a diverse crowd. So, like, you might be having 150 listeners that, never heard your shit. And
right.
It's like, they're not the same not the same crowd that you're used to. It's just...
Right.
It's just a different crowd. But I want it to continue getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Where, like, people are there to fuck with the shopping. And then when they're done with that shopping, they can just vibe and let's stay the whole time for music.
Yeah. It's like a whole... Yeah. Okay. So it's changing the way it's laid out. Yeah.
It's gonna come, man. It's gonna come. It just takes a little bit of time with building it up, and
Definitely.
I think Volume 4 was it was a good one. It was a good one, but I'm ready to fucking go crazier.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I want the horse and pony rides again, but I want to bring some banging shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I think we're gonna do it in Flint, or maybe do it at somewhere near Flint or in the outskirts. I don't know, something like that. But I want to have a couple artists from Flint out there go crazy.
Yeah, that would be great.
You ever heard of Problem Child? Or, I mean, not Problem Child.
Yeah. Oh,
obviously,
I've
you're
heard of Problem Child.
Flint Child.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's from Flint. And
His performance, he brought some Polo G type vibes too.
fire.
Really good, yeah.
I got some posts that I'm gonna share from his girlfriend's page that she posted of him, but there's some fucking crazy shit,
That's
bro.
really good, yeah.
It's like he's got some really really big talent.
Yeah.
That's one dude I'm really really high on. I think he's gonna go places as well. Like
Yeah.
all of you guys are really gonna go places. It's just a matter of who's gonna go first, and then that fucking that spotlight is gonna come on this, and then they're gonna look, oh damn. FGP then talked about a lot of fucking talent. Oh shit, he's got a couple episodes out. Oh shit, he's got a couple artists on that bitch.
Right.
Let's check who the fuck he's brought on there. And then they gonna fucking find out about Problem Child. Like I say now, this man will be a problem in this industry if he fucking stays consistent. If you keep that work ethic, bro, like keep that shit up. Do not stop. Keep applying fucking pressure.
I will.
Always have that chip on your shoulder. Like, man, I got bullied in life.
Right.
I'm about to bully these motherfuckers back with love. I'm about to bully these motherfuckers back with support.
Okay,
and that shit is gonna come tenfold, bro. I promise you.
I will.
Because people fucking, they feed off that support. Like they see you support, they want to support right back. Especially when you got a following and shit, they're gonna fucking show some love.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you've built up a platform where it's not nothing, to take lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got over 5,000 followers. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of people essentially seeing your post whenever you fucking post.
Yeah.
And then they're sharing that shit. Even if they don't even want to fucking share it, they're still seeing that shit.
Right.
Still going on their stories, vice versa. And it's same thing with your YouTube. You got a big following on YouTube?
Not really.
Yeah.
But I do have a video that was like a Minecraft video I made when I was like 13 that has like 50,000 views.
Hey!
So I'm hoping a lot of people feed from there to my music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to do more on YouTube, honestly.
It's just like you said, it's just kind of being that master promoter.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, like you fuck with TikTok.
A little bit, yeah.
You gotta fuck with it heavy, man, because of the audience you can bring.
Right.
Especially with your singing ability, you could capture a lot of them viewers. Like
okay.
Sing. You could put just put the big bold words. Singing, rate me 1 to 10. Just because you're gonna have haters.
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna have,
that makes people more inclined to go and react to it.
If a motherfucker is sharing your shit because they talking shit, they're still sharing your shit.
Exactly. All publicity is good publicity.
Whether 10 motherfuckers like it, whether 8 motherfuckers like it out of 10,
still listeners.
Yeah, or 5 motherfuckers. Yeah, exactly. It's new people to listen. I think a lot of people get so caught up in, damn, I don't want to go to a fucking bar show, or I don't want to go to this show, or it's got to be packed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell out a crowd. I'm trying to be in the arena.
Every
show is a show.
It's more fans than you're getting sitting on your couch watching TV.
And it gives you a chance to practice more, and it gives you a chance to kind of perfect your craft.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, you remember on your stage, you was hype, bro. You was fucking. You was hype as fuck. I loved it. That shit had me. I was like, damn, he's passionate as fuck about his music. That's what I loved, seeing because you have some artists who and then I'm rocking down the boat and I'm singing, bow 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 bow, and it's just you're like, damn, is he energy? Yeah, you want to feel that shit. You want to feel like, damn, fuck that bitch who fucking broke my heart. This is for you. And then you fucking let him hear that shit.
Yeah.
Because in a sense, we was talking about Juice WRLD, that's what he did for me.
Right.
That Goodbye and Good Riddance album was whoa.
Whew.
It was a story,
yeah.
A fucking scary story. The way he just fucking was able to fucking have that bitch breaking his fucking heart.
Yeah.
Cold Cut fucking... Hey, shout out A.K.A. Abdul-Jabbar, Cold Cut. That's a fucking song he's got out there. But Cold Cut, savagery. She was just ruthless. And he did a crazy good job, getting that fucking... That fucking story out there.
Yeah.
And then because he had a little intro, and then, bow, we fucking... All girls are the same.
Right.
And it was just damn, you are different. I was a big Juice WRLD fan. I went and seen him live, front row.
That's awesome.
At Eastern Michigan.
That's lucky, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. I waited. His shit got postponed and pushed back. But we already still had the tickets. I'm like, fuck, we good. As long as you don't fucking refund and cancel the show, we straight.
Yeah.
He fucking had that shit. A couple months later, it's even colder out, so we waited outside for 7 hours in the cold. Wow. But it was just worth it every moment. My wife stayed in the car for the last hour to the last hour, and fucking we were just golden. You know?
Yeah.
And it was just like worth it every moment. Like
can
being up there, like grabbing the rail and just like, whoa.
Seeing Juice WRLD like right there, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he had this bar and it was like, I'm in Detroit, Michigan with my friends.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoa. You know, like he done twisted that shit up and like, I don't know. It was just like.
He's a great freestyler. One of the
I
best.
wish I'd have fucking recorded more.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I wish I'd have recorded the whole fucking shit because
That would
like
be good.
I'm at the point now where like I'm recording entire fucking performances
Right.
and shit. You know, like, I'm capturing the event.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, if I'd have been able to do that shit with just his performance, because you only
Yeah.
perform for like 30, 40 minutes.
Well, yeah.
You know, and it's like, damn, like that footage would have been like
Golden. Yeah.
Golden.
Absolutely.
You know, so like so many moments, like even with Polo G, fucking meeting and greeting him for fucking
Yeah.
$50.
That would have been great.
Me and my wife fucking took a picture of them fucking. She was pregnant as shit.
Yeah.
I gave him a dad's fuck better hat. It was a dope shit.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was wild. Yeah, let's dive into this freestyle.
I bet.
Carl, it's you look on YouTube, it's under Car Alarm Beat.
After this, I got to dip, though.
Okay. Gotta get him back to the crib. Hey, like I said, Problem Child, MI. Make sure you go look him up on all platforms. Make sure you go follow him on the gram. Make sure you go show some love. This is the Car Alarm Freestyle, episode 120. Car Alarm Beats. Car Alarm Beats. There's the first one.
You have a pre-recorded freestyle that they put up?
Yeah, it's just some.
Lord knows I can't
some
sing,
off
but
the
look,
vibe
at me.
shit.
I just got some.
Oh, you want me to
Smule.
freestyle?
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
today,
freestyle.
as a Smule,
I can't
VIP,
freestyle for
I'll be
shit, bro.
choosing from the
Not at all.
I mean, I kind of can. But, like,
You gonna go off the dome with it?
I guess.
Hey, he's running it. He's running it.
How about the Jeep? And it feels like a Bentley. When I hit the stage, man, I feel like Dirk's Bentley. All the bitches trying to prevent me from getting in the way, in the lane that you send me. Wait, where was I going with that shit? Fuck. I ain't freestyled in a minute. I keep my shit tucked in the back of the brain. I'm not talking about a weapon that is bad for the brain. And it's practically insane. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut that off.
He fucking killed. I'll go in with you.
That was my first
Hey,
freestyle.
I'll go in with you. That shit was fire, man. We get them a tissue because they wipe in the tears because they fucking love happy shit. If you know this shit is feeling good on some nappy shit, wake the fuck up, don't sleep no more. And if you tune in, you got something to eat on for sure. That's a fucking Problem Child shit for you. You better go tap in, y'all. Got the fucking bars, the melodies, got some singing shit, man. What the fuck you telling me? Hey, go tap in. It's easy. Free 99. Don't cost shit to support. But if you don't, then you won't get the fucking point. Because you don't tap in. You're just a fucking, as my man Flacco would say, you're a rhombus. You're a goddamn rhombus. Because even the squares are tapped the fuck in.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is the next one. It's right after. It's a little harder. Vintage clothes, vintage money, rapping shit. They think it's funny. I'm with the Problem Child. Yeah, he's money. You better tap in. Shit ain't funny. It's free 99. Don't cost you no money.
Yeah. Better hold on to your honeys. I'm coming through like a stripper throwing money. I just keep hitting shit up till it's funny. I'ma go again cause I think it's fucking funny. Did I just repeat the line? Damn right I did. And now I just walk up in the place. They're like, yeah, you did. And I'm going all the place whenever I spit. I can come together with these rhymes for fucking shit. In fact, if you ask them, they might tell you I'm the shit. Okay, I'm the shit, all up on your bitch. That's why she's in my DMs, and for you, you get a swish. Swish, goodbye. I'm gonna have to die. Now I'm all depressed, and I don't even know why. Okay, fuck it. I might just have to go out with the Wait, what? I don't know. That's how I was in these. I just go. I don't know. I had some. It was alright for a second.
Yeah. My man killed that shit. Freestyler off the dome, that shit. We got some fucking sugar cookies, they was fire. I don't know, scary shit. Michael Meyer, he used to be on the horror sheet. Now he on the horrorcore. He called it cause that's the category that you put it for. If you don't, you get some more. If you don't, get some more. I don't know, man, tap in and fucking learn some more. You just learned that a lot. Episode 120. And if you don't know no more, then you ain't listening. You a dummy. I don't know, man. Just tap in. This shit ain't real, not funny. Peace out, y'all. Peace. Hey, tap the fuck in. Hey, y'all don't know. Problem child. He's a motherfucking problem. He's gonna be a problem in this industry. Y'all better tap in. Go support. Dude's fucking killing it. He's only 17. Hey.
Be problems with me. Embrace your problems.
Leave him with a closing statement, man. What do you got to tell him?
Okay. This is, if you are embracing your problems, then you're just hiding from it and you're a pussy. So embrace yourself, call yourself a problem child, and show the world what you really are. Take it easy.
Hey, man. Truth bombs. No cap TV, man. Peace.